try to see. All right, is it already live? I think I'm already up. Well, it's all right if y'all see some of my little behind the scenes setup situation. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see here. I think I got this on. Okay. And let me send the invite. Copy. Okay. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Greetings, 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 greetings. This is, I think it's a little high, but I guess I'm going to have to kind of deal with that. All right. Is that a little bit better? I think that's a little bit better. Okay. How's everyone tonight? It is Monday Night Live with none other than Sir William. And I got my glasses on tonight. So I feel like I'm gonna be halfway. I'm gonna be halfway prepared. Do we have any people that are coming in as of yet? Do we have any Lottie Dottie or anybody? I'm trying to see. Let's go on and let y'all know that we are on and that we are live and that we have a lot to discuss on this evening. We have a great deal um, to discuss on tonight, and hopefully our special invited guest will join us on this evening so that we can discuss all of it. I don't see anybody. I was trying to see if my moderators were in place as of yet um, to make sure that they are going. Okay, this is my other. Let's see here. Y'all know I'm not tech savvy at all, right? So y'all already know. Y'all already know that I am tech challenged. So y'all just go on and bear with me. Y'all can laugh at me. It's okay. It is all right. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I be laughing at me too half the time because I do not be knowing. Okay. Oh, that's on. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Uh-uh. Now we don't want that. Let me see how that's gonna look. All right. Y'all that are uh that y'all that are on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna take this off the charger temporarily. All right, I think that's good. And then we're going to let me see. I don't know why that don't want to sit right. Okay, let me see here. Y'all, I'm working. Oh no, that's a picture. That's not what I wanted to do. That was a pitch. That's a picture. Discard. Okay. I didn't know you could take pictures over in Instagram. Okay. All right. All right. Goddess Fatima is here. And y'all, oh, okay. Oh, Y'all, I get so excited when I halfway get something, especially anything electronically. If I get anything like halfway electricy, if I get any of that halfway right, I be so excited. I be just like a little kid in a candy store when I get that's not what I was trying to do. Okay. Oh wow, I needed to give the ways to give. For Fatima, if you can't, well, I don't. I think I have to do it. Um, over. Okay, let me see if I can figure it out. Let me go over here to text messages real quick, and then let me see Zelle. All right, we already got someone that is given. Let me see Zelle. Okay, Candace Freeman, thank you so much already for your Zelle. ZE. Okay, here we go. Here's the ways to give. Let me copy and paste that. Okay, let's copy and paste that over into the chat. Okay, y'all just bear with me. Sir William is learning. But you know what? I'm really okay. Oh, and then I can pin it. Okay. All right. What is this going on? Okay, put this on silent. All right. I think I got it. I think I got it. So I think we got Facebook and Instagram going at the same time. Got my banner, one of my past banners up and behind me. Got me got me a little tissue. And I got me a bottle of water. And so I think I'm good. All right. Greetings. Greetings to everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in Sunday night. Oh, well, is this Monday or is this Tuesday? What day is today? I did a Sunday night live. So yesterday was Monday. You know what? I put the wrong title on here. I think I put did I put Monday Night Live? I think I put Monday Night Live like somebody crazy. Y'all gonna think I do some y'all gonna think I do some kind of drugs. It says over on Instagram that it paused due to poor connection. I'm trying to think, should I take it off of um over on Instagram, if I should take it off of the internet, or should I just have it on my through the phone? All right, y'all. Y'all, let's help me. We still haven't gotten things totally straightened out with Facebook. Have started lines of communication with them so that hopefully I can um get my pages back and all of that good stuff. But nothing stops. We gotta yet keep the ball rolling and keep moving, keep pressing and making it happen. We just, I think it was as of Sunday night, just developed. If you love Sir William, we are going to, our little signal is going to start being top hats and bow ties. If y'all can let me see some top hats and let me see some bow ties and let me know that y'all love me, that good all if you go to your, what is it, your the sign signs or the symbols or whatever it is, emojis, I think is what it's called. If you go to the emojis, and you should be able to see top hats and bow ties. We have a lot to discuss on tonight, on a number of things that I want to talk about. And um, first of all, I guess I got to find out what day of the week it is. So it is, this is not Monday Night Live. This is not Sunday Night Live, but this is Tuesday Night Live. All right. So I'm, just like a total mess with that. Let's get continue. I need y'all to like and share, like and share, like and share. Put all of it in your chats. Those of you that are still on all of your social media places, please put that in there. Let me know that you're tuning in to me. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Those of you that are on Instagram, let me know that you have me locked in. I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate those of you. Prophet Anthony is on Instagram. If y'all can, maybe those of you that are watching me via Instagram, if you all can screenshot and make a post or something over on your Instagrams to let people know. I don't know, is there a way to share on Instagram like how you used to share on Facebook? We would say like and share and all of that stuff. Anyway, everything that you have available to you to let people know that I am on, I would appreciate if you would be so kind as to do so. Still feeling a little bit um, handicapped because all of my presence is not full known, but yet we are yet pressing through. Come on, nothing stops. We just have to augment and figure out ways to keep going. Goldie, thank you. Okay, that was Goldie that just sent a cash app. Let me see, so that we can properly thank our people. I just got one. Is that Candace? Is your legal name Candace Freeman? We just got one for $15 from Candace Freeman. Just got a $25 offering from Terrence Myers. All right, thank y'all so much for already showing the list for showing the love. All right, so we're going to run with uh tonight's two offerings are going to be what Candace started out with, as well as Terrence. So if everyone can do the $15 or the $25, I think those are two great numbers, two great amounts. All right, let's let everyone know that we are on, that we are on, that we are on, that we are on. Also, our new symbol for those of y'all that just tuning in, our new symbol is "Let me know that you love me," and post your top hats and your bow ties. All right. Big shouts out to one of my moderators that is with me tonight. Is Goddess Fatima, and she will be holding it down. Also, she has experienced death in her family, so we are keeping her lifted up. But yet she, in spite of, she yet loves your boy, and she is here. All right, so definitely appreciate her. Lanita, is that Lanita Rainey? Thank you so much. She is coming in from California. We have Goldie is coming in. All of you, just keep right on coming in. Let everyone know that I am on. We got Tina Rainey. She is also from California. So thanks to her. All right, let's thank everybody for tuning in. Got a lot. Woo. Yesterday was something. Yesterday was something, wasn't it? And we will be discussing it on tonight. I think I need to I think I need to probably I probably should cut this phone off of the online and um let it do. I'm gonna see about that. Let me see about this. Let me cut it off of online, off of Wi-Fi, because I do not know why why the cell phone does that. Okay, now let's see. It says reconnecting. Uh, Okay, is it okay? So it looks like we're reconnected. Okay, all right. So thanks to everyone that is coming in. Want to still, if those of you that still have your Facebooks, if you can post the links to your Facebooks on, we would greatly appreciate it. Let me try to reach out to who will be our special guest. Let's see here. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available at the time. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, we're trying to get them on. So it's a number of topics that we want to discuss on tonight. All right, Goldie says you're welcome. Thank you again, Goldie. Demonte Harris, greetings to you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay. 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 Mm. Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right, we're trying to see here. Just got some interesting information. So trying to see, want to give them an opportunity to respond. We are actually been in communication. Okay. 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 Uh, I'm not aware. Let me say this. I was not aware you are a PK. All right, so just so that you can be up to speed, so we're um talking with the gentleman Jerock Walker, and so you all know, or I'm sure that a number of you have heard that um he went live, or found out that one of his, I guess, paid clients or what have you. I'm not sure of the exact terminology that you use for that level of industry, but he is a um, gay porn actor or performer. I'm trying to be politically correct, not trying to be make sure that I'm respectful for people that do that, and so had spoken with him earlier today, and wanted him to come on, and so now I'm trying to see if there seems to be an issue with him. Um, with them coming on. So I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll wait to to see and give them the opportunity to uh to come on and kind of share his heart, his story, what happened, what level of conviction I believe that he felt, which contributed to his with his sharing what he did. Now, I am quite sure that within the 24 to 48 hours, or however long it has been, that things have come up, and um, outlooks and perspective, and this person in your ear and that person in your ear, and what have you. So I'm going to be compassionate to that, and hopefully we will get him, and hopefully he'll come on and share what he feels, or what he is thinking, and what led to his exposing um, Bishop. I'm sorry, I've got these texts. I'm glad. Okay. All right. Okay, so hopefully we can get him. I am actually texting back and forth with him. All right, let's thanks. I believe we got all of our people on. Wanted to share this because I know that some have been uh you know asking for uh, uh different questions, or asking about, I guess, some of our viewers. We are not ABC. I'm not ABC. I'm not CBS. I'm not Fox. I'm a small shop as it is, um, and we're still working and trying to build. And so I know that some of you all that you may be working, you may not be working, you may have some challenges, or some things of that sort. if you put your personal information on my platform, we are going to remove you. Okay. So if you're right now, we and those of you that view and watch, and I greatly appreciate your love, your support, and your generosity to William McCrae, Sir William, and Obnoxious Media. Those of you that our viewers, our fans, or whatever you may have going on with you. You may have had death in the family. You may, whatever the case, you may or may not be without work, or whatever the case may be. Uh, you need to discuss that with me and with me offline. There's a 2020 special that is running two nights, two-part series of a woman that claimed to have had cancer, and raised thousands upon thousands of dollars under the false pretense of having cancer, and she did not in fact have cancer. So I'm just saying that we need to, either myself, Fatima, Trey, somebody needs to have communicated with you, and we need to know who you are, what your situation is, and if we can, then we may do something. And if not, or I will say, let's support so and so, so and so, and you can put your information up, but don't arbitrarily just put anything out there or up, because if not, if you do, in the event that you do, I'm not saying that you have, but in the event that you do, then see ya. All right. So that's just, I want to just do that and have those kind of housekeeping things out of the way. So this has been since Sunday. Yeah, we can just have this conversation. Let's just have this conversation as we await the arrival, hopefully, of our guest. Listen, what are y'all thoughts about? What are y'all thoughts about church? Just where are we? What is going on? What is going on? Because I'm a church boy. I'm the son of a churchman. I am a church boy to my core. Uh, a lot of this was birthed and started as a result. Okay. All right. So I just been instructed that we get some likes. Can we get some likes? Those of you that are on YouTube, can we definitely get some likes? And then I guess if you all can put that in the chat. So what are we doing? What state do y'all see us? What state do y'all, like Jesus said, who do you say? Who do you say that I am? That we wonder. So I'm trying to figure out those of you that go, those of you that are still, do we still have any kind of hope? Do we still have any kind of believe? Oh, I'm seeing my heart. I'm not my hearts. I'm seeing my top hats and I'm seeing my bow ties. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Tia Rainey. Greetings, Trey. And those of you, Trey Trey has changed his profile picture. I didn't even recognize you. I thought that was Somebody else. Okay. Shout out to Trey. So both of my folks are here. Um and so let's just kind of have this kind of conversation. Just where do we see it? Do are we because we're not the church of old, and we're in a new kind of day, in a new kind of situation. What is it? What do y'all what do you how do you all define it, and how do you see it? Because what we're starting to see now is it's not recognizable to me. It's not recognizable to me. It's not what we, what we once knew and what we grew up on, and what we once defined ourselves as. So I'm trying to figure out what is it? What is it? And not only as we try to figure that out, are we still relevant? Are we still relevant, or is it something that you were raised to do, and you go um you go on Sundays out of habit, or do you have what level of relationship do we have? Is it still the same? All right, and he is here. We're gonna jump right into we're going to jump right into with all right, greetings.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Want to first thank you for coming on. I'm sure it's a lot of people that are coming at you from every which way that is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our brother Walker on, that is going to share a little bit about his conviction, about his uh, can I call it a testimony?
No, it's definitely not a testimony.
Okay, well, we don't want to call it. I want you. I want to give you the opportunity to express, or how would you define it? And I want to extremely respectful. Uh, to you, and again, thank you for coming on and sharing. So I don't want to. That's why I said I don't want to say testimony. I don't want to say the wrong thing before we kind of get into the interview. But how do you define it? I would say.
I just define it as a situation.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a testimony. I'm not testifying about anything. I'm just telling a story. I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling a story of my truth that involved someone that I was having sexual intercourses with that I did not know their full identity. And come to find out one day I run into them preaching, and then boom, you're a bishop, you're a pastor, you're sitting up there preaching against homosexuality. You're also just recently on Sunday preached against certain things that you wouldn't want someone to lay hands over you if they were your leader and they were doing these certain things. But at the same exact time, you're a leader of hundreds of members of your church, and you're doing exactly what you're saying that you wouldn't want nobody to lay hands on you doing.
Hmm. Hmm. So let's just kind of lay some kind of foundations, or give some of the histories, or the backstory behind this. So you are you OnlyFans performer,
No,
correct? Or
I'm a porn star.
okay. All right. Well, yeah,
I
I'm
post.
gonna let you define it because I don't want to say anything that would be misinterpreted. So you uh, are a porn star and you do same sex porn. Okay. How did you meet the bishop?
He was. I guess he started supporting me through OnlyFans and Twitter first, and then, so I am from Nashville, but I'm not always in Nashville. I didn't live in Nashville, just up until recently. So when I come to Nashville, and I'm on certain said apps such as Grinder, Jack, Sniffies, people will hit me up, and just so happened one day I got hit up by a profile named Ryan with an AI photo of the pastor, but in a younger form. I did not, know that it was a fake page at first until we linked up and I looked at him. I'm like, you catfish me because this is not the same person that's on the thing. But
Okay.
in the line of
And
work
then
that I,
let's just for the folks that are on Grinder, Jacked, Sniffies, those are dating apps or apps that you have on your phone for that a lot of people of the same sex connect and meet on. Okay, just want to say that for the people that may or may not be familiar.
so to just give y'all a synopsis of what's going on, um, for the last year, really the year plus, I've been linking with. I don't call myself a prostitute or escort, but I do link with people and they pay me. And most of the times when I link with them, I don't have a set price. I just say, hey, what do you got? Deal or no deal. So with the pastor, he will always offer me money and we would link. And he would, the first time we had sex in the back of his truck, behind my old high school. And then the second time we had sex, for the next two times we had sex, was at the Airbnb. Just so happened that one day he
Okay,
had
so
came.
let's so you happen to be in Nashville. You happen to be in your hometown. He hit you up on what platform did he hit you on?
Jack, and he started talking to me about my Twitter, and that's usually how it goes
Okay.
on any app. Anybody that
So
texts
he
me,
followed you from Twitter or followed your um your performances or your porn movies.
yes,
So he
um,
immediately recognized you.
yeah, he knew what was going on.
Okay.
So update. Somebody calling the porn ring. Oh, that's a lot. I'm sorry. So moving forward, uh, we did what we did, y'all. The story already out. I'm not gonna just repeat the full blown story. Um, I was on Saturday night. I was here in Nashville, and the bishop had hit me up, and he was like, "What you got going? What you doing? I see you in town." Da 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 da. Da. And this would be the first time he's hit me up since I've been back in town from filming the shows that I filmed in Atlanta. And he would basically just like, one of the messages started off with, "Where was I at?" He was thinking that I was still at where I used to live at, out East Nashville, and he didn't know that I had moved into my own spot. So I told him like I don't live out there no more, because he was telling me that he was by where I was, like to link. He was like, "Oh, I'm close to where you are. If you want to link, da 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 da." And I'm telling him no. So he asked me for my address to see how far I was. We was 14 miles away from each other, is what he told me. Um, Moving forward, we did not link that night. I wasn't linking with him that night. And the next day, I was listening to a few church services. I was watching Frank Stevenson from Friendship Missionary Baptist Church. He's a very great preacher that I love to attend his service, and I love to watch his services when I can attend. And I'm a member of Loves in the South. Loves in the South was not having in-person service because they traveled to another city to have church on that particular Sunday. So I had made that known, and one of the girls that attend the church triumphant had sent me they live. And when I was watching it, I had watched it for a little minute, and then it was
Okay.
time for the preacher to preach. I had seen him come up, and I immediately was like, I know this man. But then when he started speaking, I was
Right.
like, I screamed out loud on the phone. My aunt, I'm like, Oh, I was fucking this man. Like I was having sexual intercourse with this man. So I'm like, I immediately was like, oh no, I'm finna expose him because I don't play around with the pastors. I don't do pastors. And my sister and my aunt basically convinced me not to do it. The
Okay.
next morning, I woke up on Monday morning, and I woke up at like 8, and it was still on my conscience about the bishop. I was like, I immediately woke up and I started calling all the leaders. And if you know anything about the leaders in church, they're usually off on Mondays. They don't usually take
Right.
personal phone calls and stuff on Mondays. But like my pastor said, she knew it was something when I called her. So I did not get an answer from her because she did travel to a different city on Sunday and had to come back and preach, and the spirit was high in the church and stuff like that. So I did not get in contact with her or any other leader on Monday. So
And
the
shouts out
more,
to your pastor. That's my big sister.
yeah,
That's
shout out
my
to
big
Apostle
sister,
Sam Franklin, love to the
Grisanthia
South.
Franklin.
Yes.
Yeah, long,
Moving
long,
forward,
known her since what? I was 14, I think,
that's
when
what
I
she
met
told me. She said she can know you
Sam.
since she was 14.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I did not. I got on Big O. Let's put it like this. I got on Big O and I'm talking to another person that's from Nashville. And we got to talking about church because, I'm a church kid. Well, a lot of people don't know this. My dad was a preacher since I was born. I was
Okay.
raised into the church. I was raised in an old Pentecostal church where we wasn't allowed to wear jewelry, no long hair, no pants for the females, only dresses, skirts that come by the ankle,
Old
no
school.
makeup. Old school. This real, like when I say old school. I was raised by my great aunt and my great uncle. So they were right now. My great aunt is 70 and I'm just 25. So old church. I mean, no cussing, no rap. We didn't get to go skating, none of that. So ever since all of that, I just don't condone in pastors having sex. You can't lead me to Christ, but also lead me in the bedroom. It's my motto. But moving forward, I was talking to somebody and I started talking to them about the situation because I need to get off my chest. And I'm an influencer, so I go live on social media on Instagram every single day. I'm always live on Instagram. I'm always live on Big O. This is what I do. If you look me up on YouTube, this is what I do every single day of my life. And to me, the reason why I did not go to my main platform, which is Instagram, with it, is because I really just wanted to expose it upon my city. So I went
I
to
got you.
Facebook. I went to Facebook
Kind of
where
get
all
you
of my
wanted it
people are.
kind of contained, right?
Yes, because if I take it to like Instagram and stuff, it's gonna be more of people all over that's watching it. But if I took it to Facebook, I felt like it was more home because I don't really promote Facebook to the whole entire world like that. Well, I get in the shower. As I'm talking to my friends that's on the big, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go live about him or nothing, but I'm just gonna make a post, and that'll get at least let this get off my chest. So I made the post, and I promise you, I put on Janae Jones from YLC TV from Spirit and Truth Church, Atlanta. And I was listening to her sing a song, and the video was about 8 minutes and a few seconds 50, 40, 30, 20 seconds. And when I got out the shower, the post had hundreds of shares, hundreds of likes already. And then I started to
Hmm.
gag because I started to get calls from all over. Like my leadership's calling me. She's saying I got woken up out of my sleep. I have other leaders from the city that's calling me. I'm getting calls from big bishops that's over jurisdictions and things like that. Like they DMing me, hitting me up like, you got to be lying. This can't be true. I didn't know to the extent of how big the bishop was. There is a comment that I want to address in the comment sections that said, how is he such a big pastor in your city and you in the church and you didn't know that? Where I come from and how I was raised, we don't go to everybody's church. One, you don't attend everybody's church because everybody's church is not anointed and it's not holy. Me, when I go to church, I know I'm a sinner. Let's clarify that too. I know that I'm gay. I know it's against abomination. It's in the Bible that we shouldn't be gay. I do all those different types of things. But that does not justify because I'm gay. I never came on any of these lives, any of these interviews, any of that since this began and said anything, didn't take accountability for the things that I do.
Right,
I
right,
to
right.
me,
And
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 this
I just want to interject this. I'm a church kid. I'm the son of a bishop. When my mama pushed me out of the womb, they handed me to the bishop. I don't know every pastor, and I don't follow every denomination. I'll tell y'all sometimes, and I may say it jokingly, but I don't go to Baptist funerals. I'm Church of God in Christ. I'm Pentecostal. So a lot of times we may or may not interact. And if he's not in church or actively participating in church, then he may not know. To be honest with you, if y'all want to know the truth, I didn't know who Fred Matthews was before Monday myself. I just was not familiar with him. So everybody don't know every single person that may be or may not be in ministry in your particular city. That's a ludicrous question. Go ahead. Continue, my brother.
So moving forward, I do want people to stop running with that narrative that, oh, J Rock is doing this for clout. He's doing it for the money. I had clout and I had money before Monday. Remember that. I'm not falling off. I'm not doing bad. The porn is selling. No shade to nobody. I make money outside of porn and I make money outside of this. I have not collected a dime from a soul since this started. I haven't. I was told today not to do this interview because I needed to be paid. And you know what? Me being me, I don't want to be paid. I want y'all to understand this is not about money to me. This is not getting at the bishop. The bishop doesn't owe me a dime. It wasn't nothing about that. To me, I did it because I want to bring awareness to the church. Our generation is a generation that lives in this aspect of, if that's my pastor, I'm a ride for my pastor, no matter if my pastor is wrong or right. We, as the generation that's coming up, do not know how to hold the seniors accountable in our church and not even hold ourselves accountable. We are not being held accountable for the things that we are doing in God's house. No shade. You, me, all of us are sinners still attending church. There's
Right,
just
right.
no shade to nobody. We all sinners. We are, when we go to the church house, to the storehouse, and things like that. We don't go to these places wanting to leave with the bishop. That's not my. When I go to church, I'm not going to look at the men and look at the bishop and see, oh, this man's sexy, this man's sexy. I don't even indulge. My pastor, Stan Franklin, she's always told us since day one, we don't do that in the church. So we're not going to be testifying and testifying and doing all these different types of things together. We're not doing that. We're not mingling and twinkling in the word. We're not doing that. So
Right,
I
right.
just, I felt so convicted and I felt so like thrown off when I found out that he was a bishop. And it was just
Hmm.
like, okay. I did text him before in March and asked him, I'm like, oh, you're a pastor. I could not confirm that it was him because I didn't, get the face. The face just wasn't clicking for me at the time. But when I went and I watched the live and I heard that voice, it dawned on me. I'm like, you know what? This is the man that I've been fucking. This is him.
Wow.
This is the man. And it needs to be heard across the world. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to do every interview that they bring to me because we are going to bring awareness to the storehouse about the pastors in this generation. Just like the
Jerock, how long
pastors.
had you been involved with him?
It's over a year. I'm just gonna say over a year. I can't give
Okay.
you an exact date. I definitely can tell you it's been over a year because it
Been
was when I did
over
it in last
been
year.
over a year uh time. So did there, besides you just so happen to see his live or watch his live and then find out there was no level of conflict, or there was no kind of this is not, you're trying to get back at him or anything of
No,
that
it
sort?
didn't. No, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing to me like that. Just would provoke me to go do this. It's just the
Okay.
fact that I could not
You
fabricate
felt
in my
convicted.
mind. Yes, I couldn't in my mind sit there and just allow my community to be sitting here. It is something that provoked me. Let me stop lying. He was preaching. I continued to watch the sermon. I watched most of all his sermon, leading up until Frank Stevenson ended his live. When Frank Stevenson ended his live, that's when my sister called and we was on a three-way call. So I stopped paying attention to this to the bishop and I started talking about the situation to them. But he made a statement in his sermon that is going to be the hot topic that I speak on every time I come to a live. He said that he did not want nobody to lay hands on him or have leadership over him that was doing the things that was not supposed to be done in the church, such as the reference of 1 Corinthians 6:9 through 11 of the list of abominations, or having multiple wives, the homosexuality. He spoke on a lot of things on why people don't qualify to lay hands on him and why he wouldn't allow it. And in my head, I'm thinking, when I did come back to the live, I came back to the part where they were praying. They were doing an altar call, and I'm seeing him laying hands on people, speaking in tongues, laying people out, and it disturbed me. It very much disturbed me. It didn't
And
give
it was a direct contradiction to what he had just said.
literally like I'm literally like screaming out loud on the phone, like, how could you say this and how could you do this, but then turn around and lay these people out? But you were just texting my phone last night for me to have a sexual intercourse with you, and then you want to go home to your wife and wake up on Sunday morning as if nothing is going on and you just this holier than thou pastor. It don't sit well with me. So my sole purpose of exposing the bishop, outside of texting his wife, we're going to touch on that topic too. Everybody keeps saying, why didn't you do it this way, why didn't you do it that way? The generation that we live in, the churches today, will hide this. If you bring this out to the first lady, I guarantee you 100%, her, the team, and the bishop would have kept this under wraps, hid it. I
Let me tell
found
you what
out.
they would have done. They would have cast you out. They would have cast you out to the best of their ability and would have hoped and prayed that you would have walked away quietly and they would not have said nothing. Now, him and her may have stayed together, may have had separate bedrooms, maybe even had separate houses, but to keep face for the people and before the people, they would have stayed together and they would have brushed this right under the rug
Well,
and would have made sure that you was well taken care of.
gag is today, over the last 24 hours, y'all, I have been contacted by thousands of people, and I don't exaggerate that thousands. I kid you not. I literally, before I even got on the live, I was just on the phone with my sister and telling them how exhausted I was of answering calls, of how exhausted I was of responding to messages, comments, DMs on every platform that you can name. And I'm not just talking about the ones that's popular. I'm talking about any platform. I'm getting text messages on Jacked. I'm getting text messages on Grinder. I'm being serious. Like, I literally had somebody, I can show y'all, I just had somebody texting me on Jack, asking me, why did you, I promise to God, why did you expose that pastor? Somebody literally just texted me that, and y'all think it's a joke. I kid you not. Why you
Right.
expose that pastor? Somebody literally just texted that to me before I got on the live. So it's bigger than what we think. It deserves to be out. It deserves to be told around the world. The churches that we are going to today, they would have covered this up. It's I was told today, this is where I was getting at. I was told today by multiple different sources that the bishop was actually outed 6 years ago at the church. And literally they say that he got up on the stage and addressed the situation and was like, oh, they say I like booty, or they say that I like butt, and just basically they say he ran across the stage and just brushed it off as if he was laughing, and they said the wife knew. So now in my head, from what I also was told, the wife came from nothing, and he was the saving grace of the wife. And because of who the wife's family is, she's a part of a very popular church family out here. Um, he got ranked up, and now he got ranked up to bishop, da da da, da through her family in Nashville. So to me, the reason why she not gonna speak out, the reason why I didn't just do it to the wife, is certain situations like this. The congregation deserved to know that their pastor was undercover and doing the things that he was preaching against. And Sam Franklin couldn't have said no better. We as the preachers, y'all have got to stop preaching selective sins
Mm-hmm.
and preach, give us Jesus. Give me
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Don't have me come to your church and you preaching this type of sin, but then when we leave service, I run into you at the club and you doing exactly what you just told us not to do and what we couldn't make it into heaven by doing.
And not just doing it, but he was a paying customer.
A paying customer, yes.
He was a paying client, so he knew and was willing to put good money behind making sure that he secured your services. Proceed.
Oh yeah, also a statement was made by the church 17 hours ago, by the assistant pastor, armor bearer, whatever they want to call themselves. The same person who also was alleged to be having sex with him. Also, he basically made a statement about how the enemy was coming to take over the church, da 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 da. Da. The bishop made a statement yesterday saying, report and block, we're doing kingdom business. Usually when they post their flyers and stuff, they put a code out there. You know, when you do Zoom calls, you guys type in the code to get in the call. Well, today they didn't want you. They didn't give out the code to the whole entire world. What they did is said you have to DM us to get the code. And like I
Mm.
told
They
people,
want to
this
try to
Sunday,
do a control. Yeah.
yes, they trying to control it because I'm going to come to everything that is open to the public. Sunday, I will be at the church. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I will be in attendance to the church because just as much as the United States right now, we all want to know what's gonna happen on Sunday. We all want to know what's gonna be the bishop's response to what's going on because your response needs to be the truth. Because enough truth is that I've posted nothing but proof. I got your car in my mom's Airbnb garage when I was telling you parked in the wrong location. You need to scoot up. I got nothing but concrete evidence to back up all of my claims. And I'm not gonna say allegedly anything because, bitch, I'm not alleging nothing. I know what happened. I was there.
Right. Right.
Like I said to the wife online, if you go bend your husband over on the couch, I can give you every spot, wrinkle, and blemish on his butt, and we can confirm that way if you want me to.
Mm. So you you happened your story. I don't know if you realize it. I'm the blogger that broke the Eddie Long story, and your story is so similar and so parallel to Santino Kemp's story until it's mind blowing to me. Santino um, marketed his services, and this is 10 plus years ago now. He marketed his services on uh, Craigslist, and he was hit up by Dick Tracy. Had no conniption of a clue that Dick Tracy was Eddie Long. Had no idea that his client Dick Tracy was actually Bishop Eddie Long. Just so happened to come to Atlanta, and just so happened to be at a friend's house, and a clip from the news came up, and guess who he saw? Much like you, Jerock, he saw his client Dick Tracy on the screen and his government name, Bishop Eddie Lee Long. Moving or pressing forward, how do you are a church boy? I'm just, how did you become or get into this line of work?
If I had to be completely honest with you, being raised by the authentic church people can be harsh to PKs for real. No shade to nobody, and I know I might say that, and people might not understand that. When you get raised in a certain aspect of not being able to go out with friends, not being able to listen to certain music, not being able to go to the mall, you can't attend any parties. And I was the child out of my mama's 8 children that was a daddy's boy. So everywhere my dad went, everywhere he traveled and preached, I was with him. You could have called me my dad's armor bearer, and I didn't have the title. That was me.
Right.
And out of all of my 8 siblings, I am one of the only ones that still are in church. The rest of my siblings go here and there, but I'm the one that I go to church consistently. I don't miss services. Anybody, even when I'm out, I kid you not, even when I'm out filming porn, like say if somebody fly me out to film with them, I'm going to make it to a church service on Sunday. Just like I went to Vision Cathedral Atlanta and I walked in their church and somebody in the bathroom while I was peeing using the restroom came up to me and started talking to me about how much they enjoy watching my porn. It very much disturbed me. I left the church and I never returned because when I go to church, I don't want to go to church and you condone in the sins that I'm doing and I'm coming here trying to get freed from the sins. And no shade to nobody. There is people out there that do sins that want to be delivered. And it's just like a habit. It's just to me it's a habit that I can't break. Being a gay man, homosexual, the amount of money that I make from these certain things, it causes me not to be able to break the habit, right? So I just want people in the church to be more cautious. I am going to push until I can't push no more. I'm calling for the resignation of the bishop. I think he should resign because if we all are church people, we know what Titus talks about. And if I'm not mistaken, it's in Titus. It gives you a list of, or either Second or First Timothy. It gives you a list of the qualifications to be a bishop and a deacon.
Right.
And currently, you qualify to be none. The most you qualify to be is the usher in the church, if that. So with that being said, I don't think he should continue to lead the people. I don't think until he can clear himself, and not even just clear himself. The Bible also says that we must confess our sins one to another. If he's a real man, I think he should get on the pulpit when he does get up there, and I think he should address the situation and be real with himself. Bishop needs to live in his truth. Is this allegation is not nothing you can bounce back from. The proof that
Well,
was
it's not
given
an
on this,
allegation. It's not an
well,
allegation if if you saying and you have irrefutable proof that he was a paying client of yours, and that's no longer an allegation. It would be an allegation if a third
right,
party was
right,
saying it.
right.
You know this firsthand
Firsthand.
that it is coming. What do you, as a son of the church, as a son of a church, what do you say to these such things? What do you say to the person that is that is viewing, and they gonna say, oh, okay, this is why I don't go to church right now. This is, that's gonna come up with those kind of rhetoric and that kind of excuse. What is your response to that?
Um, that's a topic and a statement that has been made so many times over the last 24 hours. I tell people don't just look at the church in a bad manner, look at the individual. Because the church is not where the hurt is coming from, it's the individuals in the church. Stop allowing your depiction of the church to be based off of certain people's situations. Now, in my situation, I did it for the fact of his congregation, not the whole world to say, oh, this is why I don't go to church, because there are leaders that actually lead the pack and actually do, and they walk in what they preach. They talk of what they talk is what they do. And that we have a lot of those in Nashville, and that's why I never made it to his church, because I have churches that I go to each and every Sunday, and his church is never one that was mentioned for me to attend. When my dad died, right, well, leading up to my dad's death, my dad had cancer, colon cancer, and leading up to my dad's death, we all knew that the church was dwindling. Most of us was only at the church because of my dad, him being a leader. We didn't like certain leaders in the church, and was as one of his kids, once he died, it opened up a broader aspect for me.
Mm-hmm.
I began to branch off and do everything that I wasn't supposed to do. I was also in the military, so when my dad died, I was just coming home from the military. And when I went to the military, I was 17. To go based off of that, back to that question that you asked me. When I left the military, when I went to the military, I was 17. I got
Okay.
out of the military due to some issues with health and disability things like that. I am a paid veteran, but I got out the military and I came home to my dad being sick, and he died just months later. And on his deathbed, he would give instructions on where he wanted the kids to go. None of my siblings, he did not give instructions to all of my siblings because he knew everybody was not going to walk in what he said. But the instruction he gave me was to go to Sam Franklin's church. I'm the
Mm.
only child that he gave that instruction to because he knew I was going to be the only child to stay in the church. And from the moment I went to Sam Franklin Church, I had nothing but real loyal leadership. And when I say loyal leadership, I mean a leader that's going to hold you accountable and be real to you. Just like yesterday when she did the interview with us, and she came up to speak. She you know, she tapped into me, and she also tapped into others, and she let them know I don't condone what Jerock did. But she also was like, the story should have needed to be told anyway possible. Like, I was gonna tell my story regardless, even if my pastor told me not to. I'm just the type of person that would have did it, just based off the fact that I wanted people to know. And the reason why I am the way that I am today, when I came back from the
saying if you
military,
listening, because I want you to come up
I
if she is.
um the reason why I am the way that I am today is because when I came back, when I left the military, I mean when I left for the military, I was still a child. When I came back from the military, I was an adult and I was on my own now, and I was no longer in mama and daddy home. So when I
Right.
came back, I tapped into people that were my friends before I left, but they were doing things that, you know, I didn't condone it. But because I wanted to fit in, I started to join in. And then I became popular on social media, and I got to arguing with a porn star who told me I would never make it in this industry. And if you know anything about J Rock, you don't tell me I can't do something because I'm going to go
And
do
you
that.
gonna
So
prove it wrong.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. So I went and I filmed a sex tape, and it went viral overnight, and it just like I tapped into doing porn. And then the more that I tapped into doing porn, I became a big content creator, and I started meeting the big porn stars, things like that. So then I started tapping into charging people. I learned that know your worth, and I'm, you know, some of y'all might call it escort or something, but to me, I just know my worth. I'm not gonna give you free sex. I know I'm a porn star. This is my job. This is what I do, but I'm not gonna do it for free. So call me a porn star, call me a prostitute. But I tapped into this type of stuff because this is what I came home and this is all I knew. If you get what I'm saying.
Wow. Wow. And that's how you encountered him. Going forward, what is the going forward? What does that look like for you,
It
or
looks
how do
like
you envision it?
I want to advocate and I want to start pushing for people to come forward in their churches. I want the church to go back to the old days where the church was actually holy. People wasn't scared to come to church. People wasn't afraid. People knew their leadership, things like that. I want the leaders to start being held accountable. I don't care if you a mega church leader or a small church leader. We need to start holding those accountable that is held accountable for our souls, because their jobs is to, you know, gain our souls to Christ, to, you know, get us closer to Jesus and get us saved. And how can you get me saved if you're not saved? It doesn't work like that.
What would you say to the critic that will say, um, how do you want that, or for that to be for him and not somewhat the same for yourself?
I'm not the
How
one
do
out
you
here.
want him to have a level of accountability? Because what if he does on Sunday? What if he does repent? What and say that this was something that I've struggled with, just as it's something that you struggle with, just like I have my levels of struggles, and we all have things that we are dealing with. What would you then say to that?
Well, in my aspect, I am. We are in two different positions. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm confessing my sins to y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm living in my truth, regardless of how anybody feels. In the bishop's case, the bishop is living a double life. A double life. The Bible talks about that. You can't be a leader living a double life. You can't be lukewarm in the body of Christ. No shade. Even though the Bible does say He reigns on the just and the unjust, you cannot, you just can't do it. You can't do it. So to me, even if the bishop went and repented on Sunday, this wouldn't be the first time that the bishop repented and did this. Because if you go watch his sermons, hey, they do communion, do repentance prayers and things like that. That's not doing nothing. You need to be held accountable. You need to step down. The bishop needs to resign from his position and do his first works over again, like the Bible says. Go on and get
Mm,
yourself together. And when you mingle and twinkle with the Lord and get yourself together, then you come back and lead people to Christ. I'm not trying to lead people to Christ. No shade to nobody.
right, right,
That's just not, I'm not, me and the bishop don't have the same job. I'm confessing to you that I'm a porn star and I'm a sinner. The bishop is not. The bishop is telling you to go report and block, and he's still doing the kingdom's business. That's
right.
just the difference.
Wow. So as you
Oh, hold
you
on. You also said, how do I hold myself accountable? Sam Franklin, Apostle Sam Franklin will tell y'all, if I can get up here, I will have her tell y'all. I came to my leadership. I came
Okay.
to her about 2 months ago when I was chosen to do the Sydney Star Love show on the Iconic Network that I was a cast member for, and I was asked to do a different show on the network too. I came to her. I was working in media and also on the praise team, and I told her, "Listen, I need to step down from all of this because I don't want my church to be looked at in a bad way." I've been a member of her church 6 years now, and I never
Mm.
participated leading up until now. The last few months is when I actually tapped into doing these certain types of things. But when I know that I got those things that would put harm towards my church and have us looked at in a bad way, I told her, I came to them and said, "Hey, I need to step down." I removed myself from certain group chats that had to do with, working at the church and stuff like that. And I have not returned to work, and I'm still a member of the church and I'm still going to attend the church. But I'm not gonna be up here trying to lead people to
So you
Christ.
had you that you had a personal conviction
Yes.
even prior to this.
Yes, yes,
So
that's the type
it
person
has
I
really
am.
been. I mean, I don't want to come off too churchy, but you know, God has been tugging with you and dealing with you leading into this. Would you or would you not agree?
Give me 1 second. Let me text Apostle. So I need her to clarify something. God is definitely uh it was definitely a point in my life where I knew that God was, convicting me of the things that I was doing. I felt so bad going to church and singing and, doing the media, making the reels and stuff like that. And then as soon as I leave church, while I'm making the reels, I'm sitting here smoking, I'm sitting here getting drunk, or, I'm cussing and doing these type of things. I didn't want to be up on the pulpit doing the announcements and shouting and, doing these different types of things. But then when I come home, I'm ready to go out to the club and go party. I'm just
Yeah.
not those type. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't condone in it. I don't like it. I know I live a sinful life. I'm not saying I don't, but I don't want to live a sinful life and still go inside the church and try to lead you to Christ.
But Doc, I'm gonna tell you something, J Rock. That lets you know that he is yet dealing with you. And we all have to work out our own soul salvation with fear and with trembling. And so it in his due season and time, we don't know what is yet in store, so I would not. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought we lost you. To look into that. So you were dealing with him, and you dealt with him, he sought you out for your services for close to close to a year. Since you exposed him, has he contacted you?
No. And even I do want to say, even before I exposed him, I went to address him. I text him. I went to look for him on Jack. I could not find him, so I seen that I had noticed that he had taken his page down on Jack. But I later found him after looking at the Triumphant Nation page, I found his actual personal page. And I DM'd him and I said, "That's crazy that you, like, based in that aspect of, like, that's crazy that you're a bishop." Like, I'm letting him know, like, it bothers me that you're a bishop. Like,
Okay.
it's eating me up on the inside that you are a pastor. I hate this for you. I hate everything about it. And I told him that I was going to live stream at his service and expose him. But then, I really that would have been a shamble and a very bad mistake. So I decided to take it to the internet instead because I wanted my community to know. I did not want the whole entire world to go and be in a frenzy about this pastor from Nashville. That is not what I was expecting from this. I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting just to bring knowledge to the people in my city that attend that church. I have family, friends, foes, enemies that attend this church. Like no shade, I know people that attend this church now. A lot of people come texting me now saying, "Oh, you know, I go to that church, or I used to go to that church. My mama go to that church. I send my kids to that church with their daddy." Things like that. A lot of people have hit me up and said, "I'm so grateful to you that you came out and gave this story because now I'm not going to go back to that church. I'm not going to look at that church the same way." And that's just who I am. And that's why I did it.
I got you. I got you. What would you have done differently if he had responded to that DM message and said or spoke his heart or spoke uh what out about y'all's situation? Would you
Honestly, if
perhaps
he
handle
if he
things
were to
differently?
responded, even if he responded, I still would have went and did what I did. I still would have exposed him just simply off the fact that I didn't want it to be. I didn't want to just expose you to your wife and y'all go brush it off as if nothing is going on. I wanted to
Hmm.
expose you to where the people in the body of Christ that really come to church to get saved and people that's really living a bad lifestyle that really want to, switch their lives around to understand that, hey, you might not get your life switched around at this church. No shade. This church is
Hmm.
this church. If the Bible talks about the head being wrong, the whole body is wrong. So how you gonna get saved at a church that's not right? It's all wrong. Everything about the church is wrong.
Wow. Wow. So I know that everybody's going to want to know the salacious aspects of him and you. Did you? We have. I think maybe about 2-3 years ago, we had Bishop, our pastor Dwayne Dawkins, uh, that he filmed. He had such a great desire to be with that content creator that he was in agreement with being filmed. Is there anything else in your arsenal that will be coming forward? Did you ever record with him?
There is a video of the bishop entering and exiting the Airbnb that I was staying at. I have been advised that there is a video. I do have the means of getting my hands on that video, but I will not be releasing that video due to legal circumstances. I already got, I had detectives and things come to my house today. And I was told that I need to be put on protective custody. It's hits out on my head based off of this. Um,
You had detectives come to you for what reason?
so my address, I guess the bishop leaked my address. I don't know in what aspect and how, but my address was leaked. I just moved in this house a month ago, so nobody really knows where I live at unless your family, and my family not even keen to what's going on. So this morning it was people at my office. It was a crowd of people at my office looking for me from the church, apparently, is what I was told from the lady that works in my office. She later calls the police. The police come, and not only does the police come, but a detective came to my house, knowing now that they figure out, oh, this is where this boy live at. Word from what was told, word on the police streets about what was going on. And the detective came to my house, and he was basically letting me know, hey, we already know what's going on. We've been contacted. We've seen the posts. We see all these different types of things. They was showing me things that were very negative and derogatory towards my name, hits that was being told about, put out on my head, and things like that. So I actually left my house today for that said purpose, but I'm not no scary cat, so I returned to my house because I pay the rent in my house and I hold my gun on me in my house. So if anybody come over here to my house and do anything, they're gonna be laid out, and the bishop gonna be praying over their body when they carrying them out to Marvin Vine and let the church say amen. Amen.
Well, just we don't want you to go to that extent, but we do we do want you to be, mindful and be very careful, because growing up in church, you have a number of people, they don't care whether they pastor or their bishop is in the right or the wrong. You the bad guy for exposing it. I just
Somebody
recently.
in the comments said something about this guy says fraud, and no, I don't know the bishop, but I do know a liar. Can you please clarify to me in the comment section when you say you know a liar, what lie are you detecting down there? Polygraph test, ma'am. You,
Okay.
you,
I
you're
don't,
sitting
I
in a
don't, I don't, and don't let that sidetrack you.
no, 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 no. It's not about sidetracking. It's about clarification. The Bible says, "In all thy getting, get an understanding." If she thinks, and she's still in her feeble mind, thinks that me waking up and posting nothing but more than abundant enough proof
No,
that
you
this
you
man,
you you have come clean and you have told your truth. I don't think you're a liar. You wouldn't be on with me tonight if I felt that you was lying, or if I felt that this was a money grab. You ain't no Cassie. You ain't nobody that's asked, oh, I'll do an interview for X amount of dollars. This is a brother that's coming clean and being open, being 100% transparent about his truth, about his reality. And just so happened that somebody that is, like he said, and like we have described, living a double life, is standing in front of people and saying and declaring one thing, while secretly and behind closed doors participating in the very things that he has spoken negatively about. So that is the truth. And I doubt that there's a fraud. Moderators, if we can go on and remove that person from the chat. We are not here. You ain't got no heaven or hell to condemn and put Jerock in, nor do you have one to put Fred Matthews in. What the perfect segue to this question. How do you, as you move forward and as you press forward, how are you going to excuse me, or how do you foresee yourself handling the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and that the church folks that's going to want to keep a blind eye to the truth?
I'm not gonna do nothing with them. They not paying me. They're not putting no money in. My pocket's taking none out. They're not hurting me. My truth is my truth. It's nothing you could say to me that's going to change the way that I think or the way that I'm moving. It's nothing that y'all could say in the comments that's going to bother me enough to even want to attempt to think that I was wrong, or attempt to even think that it's all a Ponzi scheme or whatever y'all want to say it is. To me, if the same people that's coming to me talking about me, if you were in the position of his wife or his church members, because he is not just the leader of his household, he's also the leader of a congregation. If you were any of those people, you would be very bothered. Um, you wouldn't want your husband, you wouldn't want your pastor to be doing the things that this pastor did
And he wasn't topping you, from what I
at all.
understand.
He was not at all. He was begging for me to put my kids in him, is what he would say, is what all the time he would say that. He was begging me each link to kiss him, make love to him, and each link was a detailed how many minutes I want this done, how many minutes I want that done. And if you think I'm lying, go to my Facebook page. He literally said he want 15 minutes doggy and 15 minutes on his back. 5 minutes of sucking, 5 minutes of doing jacking off or whatever, and then 15 minutes of getting busted down on his back. As another statement that he said. So it's been multiple things, and then not only
So
that,
he's a power bottom.
yeah, well, not too much of a power bottom, because a power bottom does not dookie on somebody's penis, and he definitely dookied on my penis. So he ain't just that big of a power bottom. He must be some fresh to this, but he know how to take it.
Wow. Wow. And I well, I mm, Wow. I just, you know, um, I don't know. I don't. I'm not. I don't want to get into slut shaming, but it just seems like that adds a whole nother element or a whole nother dimension to the whole aspect of this. That not that he was just that level of diabolical, that he knew to what degree. So he's married,
Oh, and
and you
not just regularly married, not freshly married, not new to this, not 1 decade of marriage, but 2 decades of marriage, almost 3 decades of marriage. The man been married for 26 years.
wow.
And from what I
And
was
wanted
told, the
you
wife
to
has
have
had,
raw, and was paying you to have raw sex with him.
and my
Was
thing
he well
is,
aware that you was a porn star when he contracted you?
the messages proof that he was well aware I was a porn star. He even said in the messages, I just love watching your porn. And when I told him I couldn't link, he said, I guess I go watch porn tonight.
So he is a pastor, a bishop, a married man, and wanted and hired
Hold on.
you.
You got to give him all of his titles, please. Bishop, pastor, married man, father, power bottom, blown out bottom, paid prostitute bottom. You're paying to get your pussy played in. And then he's also taking the tithes and offering from the church because he did have to pay me an extra $1,000 when he did it on my penis.
And so he wanted you and paid you to have sex with him, to have raw sex with him.
Yeah, and him and his wife been married just as long as I've been living.
So he's old enough to be your parent.
Yeah, I'm the same age as his children. He has 3 girls.
Have any of them contacted you?
No, they know what's going on though, because my diabolical self decided to tag all the family in my post.
Why?
Well, I'm not. I'm not. I do not come to play. Okay. What we're not gonna do is throw this under the bus. We're not gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna push and push and push because one person's story can change the whole world. Okay. I want the leadership in our churches to stop thinking all because you got a big platform and all because you're getting a lot of tithes and off money that everything is going great in your leadership. I don't want everybody to think that your pastor is just also perfect, man. Even though the Bible does say, be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect, your pastor is just not perfect. Y'all need to accept the fact that your pastor is a slutty bottom. He likes to come over here and get bust down by me and then run home to his wife, wash the lube off his butt, and
And
then
I
put his
bet
penis
you
in
you're
her.
not the only one.
Oh, we know that. We had multiple people coming up today. I could show you messages that I will not do because, nobody wants to come forward. But I have multiple of my own friends that have told me like, wow, I didn't know dude was a pastor either. And I've been doing the same thing. He been paying me to have sex with him. His own assistant pastor, William Gordon, or whatever he want to call himself, is one of the people he has sex with too. And he's still advocating for his pastor.
There you have it. And there's probably so many more. That's what I wanted to ask you. How many other guys that are in your position have started contacting you and perhaps maybe looking to step forward and expose folks, that, because the Bible say warning come before destruction. So y'all gonna have some other guys that is going to be convicted, just like Jerock was, that's going to start coming forward and going to be exposing you. And it's not going to be it's a whole lot of this diddy and freak off and this and that is going on. How many of them has been coming to you, Jerock, and telling you that this is a reality of theirs as well?
I'm in contact with 3 people. One person is a close friend of mine. And I'm currently in talks of getting him to come on my live. But the reason why I have not pushed for all of them to come because I don't want anybody to think that I want people to come on their own time. I don't want to force them to do nothing because I don't want you to think this is a forced movement. I am forcing for him, and I am going to advocate for him to resign from his position and step down. But I'm not going to force nobody else to come forward and tell their side of the story because they might not want to. And then on top of that, this is a very dangerous situation for me. I've been contacted by 1,012 people today just to call me and see if I was safe. I got message earlier today from the government, and I'm not gonna say what department or who, but somebody that worked for the government in my city hit me up today to make sure that I was safe on social media after this. So it's not something
How
that
is your community? I had something happen to me um, in the most unlikely place, a place that I would have thought out of
what happened.
anywhere. Huh?
What happened?
Um, I did a story, and I've been doing this. I've been doing this close to 15 years. I did a story about a
Is this
past.
the altercation that happened at Vision Cathedral?
Yes, yes, yes. And so I never would have imagined anything like that to happen in that environment, and definitely by not by someone in the community. So that leads me to my question: how has your community responded to you, since you have exposed this unfortunate truth?
So at first, when it all started, everybody was calling me a liar, doing the same thing as the other lady calling me a fraud, until the concrete evidence got dropped. And once the concrete evidence got dropped, everybody was bagging me up. A lot of people, I am going to say that a lot of y'all bagging me up, but a lot of y'all hate the way that I did this. A lot of people are coming to me, my friends, my community are all telling me like, dang, you exposed that pastor like that. You could have did this a different way. But then when they go back and they listen to me and explain why I did it the way that I did, the structure that I gave it, and
It
the
ain't no correct way.
it's not a correct way,
It
but you
ain't no
can't.
correct. It
The
ain't no
Bible does
correct
say
way
do
to
things
tell the
decent and in
truth
order. I was
other
very out of
than
order.
it's no
I was
correct way to tell the truth other than doing what the Bible say, and that's to lift up your voice like a trumpet in Zion, cry loud and spare not. It ain't no nice way. It ain't no right way. It ain't no. It is no nice way. Just the same way that I taught and exposed the truth about the reality and the unfortunate way and place and circumstances surrounding how Troy Sanders died. It is no easy way. It is no right way. And
I
the
am
thing that is so amazing, were you surprised by that? Were you surprised by that other participants and other people that are in the gay and in the adult industry that may have contacted you and said that you shouldn't have done this? Did that surprise you?
um no, I'm not gonna say that I was surprised. I'm just gonna say that some people are not into church like we are. So some people don't look at it in the same aspect as the real church people, the people that's been going to church. And I'm not saying the saints, I'm saying church people. Because everybody that's in the church is not saved. Um, some people been going to church since the day they was born and they're not saved. Just like me, I've been going to church my whole entire life and I'm not delivered. But I do want to let everybody know that mentally, even though I brought this upon myself, mentally it did take a toll on me today. I blood pressure was very high, very anxious. Um, things just was it was getting to my head. The responses of certain people, because I'm the type of person I've been doing this. I'm the type of person that go off of the comments. I'm known on live when I'm arguing with Shamar, Alvo, these type people. I'm known for reading the comments. I tap into the comments because everybody that's in my comments are my comment cousins, is what I call them. And to get response from grown people, seniors, everything to tell me that, oh, this is so wrong on a whole nother level, da 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 da. and nobody wants to hold the bishop accountable for the things that he's done with a congregation is diabolical to me.
Let me be the first to raise my hand. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I am constantly ridiculed by about that, and by people that are yet the same kind of partaker, not the outsiders, not the outsiders, but people that are the same kind of partakers. So I am totally, and that goes in line where you may not have to be worried about the straight folk. It may be another porn person. It may be another one that's caught up in doing what they feel like what you're doing is wrong. That's going to be the one to strike. I was a disabled trans want to be recognized and want to conduct and carry themselves as a woman, wanted to step in a church service, not outside, but during, while your bishop that you say that you love, your bishop and your pastor is up speaking and exhorting the people, you want to step, and then all of a sudden you want to decide, oh, I feel like a ghetto nigga right now, and this is what I want to be, and what I want to do. So I totally get that. I totally get that aspect. My hat's off to you. I think that what you have done is tremendous. I think it's going to be freeing to a lot in a number of people that are in your same position to step forward and say, hey, this is my reality. And
I do want
however
to say
ugly.
anybody that if you watching and like I told my friends, anybody that just feel like you don't want to say something, I'm just not scared, baby. I just want to let people know I am not scared.
We
Um,
can't be scared.
Everything is gonna have repercussions for what I'm doing, but I just want my repercussions to come from God. Any repercussions that happen, I want to come from God. I don't ask for no money. I'm not asking for no royalties. I'm not even asking for the pastor's truck. I'm not asking for nothing. What I'm asking for is honesty and truth. The story is out. The everything is out there. The proof is in the pudding. Tell your story. Anybody that's out there that is not gonna agree and can't come up and go forward, hit me up. I'll tell it. I'm not scared. Hey, I'll
Yeah.
tell the story.
And yeah, and you'll create a platform to for other people to be able to share their unfortunate reality. And shoot, man, I'm stuck on I'm stuck on the extra $1,000. You were supposed to laugh, Jerock. I'm being silly.
Somebody,
You were supposed to
somebody, these comment sections be making me want to read them. They
go
said, but
ahead. Go ahead.
you
You got
said
free course. Go in.
You said from God, but you on a blogger show. What is wrong with me being on the blogger show, being interviewed and telling my story? What is so wrong with that? I just really want to ask the people that question because that's not the first time somebody said that. What is wrong with me bringing awareness to the situation that involves me? What's wrong with me being 25 years old, 205 pounds, 6'7", wearing my size 17 shoe with my fine, sexy self. What's wrong with me coming on this app doing what I want to do, living my truth? I understand why we not telling that to the bishop. Why you didn't go tell that to the bishop? Why was instead of him being on the blogger show, why was he in the pulpit but it was also in my bed? Did you think about that?
Now.
You
Now
got
check
such a problem
that.
with me being on the blogger show. I can do what I want to. I'm bringing awareness to a situation because you're too scared and kept your mouth shut. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not one of
Now.
those.
Now. I wish you had a video. Or do you?
Somebody said I do. Somebody said you're in sin anyway, but we already acknowledged that.
Well, he's
Yeah.
already acknowledged that. He's already said that, and he's not trying to, and He's not standing up leading a flock. He's not married and leading a different life. He is not a parent, or at least I don't think. Are you don't have children, do you?
Not of my own.
Okay, so he's not a parent, and so he's not doing any of those things. And what he is not a liar. Okay, so remember that, and he's not standing up using the bloody pulpit to condemn people and
And the
doom
gag
and
is,
damn
I
people.
actually was in the pulpit working for the church and stepped down from my position before all of this because of the conviction that I felt from God. I knew that I should not be in church doing media. I shouldn't be singing. I shouldn't be doing all sermons. I shouldn't be saying no scriptures. I shouldn't be no the announcements. I don't want to participate in doing any of those type of things. And then I leave here and I live a double life on the internet, and I'm on the internet going crazy. That's a
Right,
fool.
right. So you can't say that there. But how many others are doing the very thing? And then this is also something let's look at this. How many of y'all have taken hush money? How many of y'all have been or said that you were going to come forward, said that you was going to tell the truth, and somebody cash you out and you decide that you're going to keep it to yourself? How many?
Regardless of what any of you knock knee trifling bottom of the barrel, never gonna be sissies, punks, straight men, straight women, any of you faggots in the comments that keep speaking negative on this situation, go straight to the deepest, darkest place in hell. That's why this generation is gonna be messed up and fucked up the way that they are now. Because we got people like you that can't lead, can't go to their friends, can't go tell their friends that they wrong. They're rather condoning what their friend is doing, go home and indulge in it, push the friend to keep doing it. And then the friend get messed up, dumped, shot, dead, did something, and then here you go looking stupid. Shut up. Learn to shut up sometimes. This ain't got nothing to do with you anyway. Mind your business. If you don't like what we doing, you don't like what I'm doing, don't like what he doing, move around, honey. Nobody putting no guns to y'all here to watch. I'm not asking you to watch me. Only thing I'm asking for is the bishop to resign. You can't help us with that. You
Step
can't do
down.
nothing.
Fred Matthews the second vacate the pulpit, declare the pulpit vacant, and whatever organization or whatever denomination that you are a part of, just as Jerock did, you need to step down and you need to willingly resign from all aspects of leadership and position. You have been outed to not only be be a hypocrite, but you are a willing and paying customer of an adult sex worker, to the point that we have the documentation, we have the irrefutable proof of you asking for the various aspects and detail
Very
aspect of the
detailed.
sexual acts
Shall we?
that
Shall
you
we
want to
just
have done to you.
give me 1 second? Shall we read the detail just a little bit? Do we need to tap into the details?
As they say, we both church boys. Read on, brother. Read on.
Shall we tap in real quick? Hold on, because I
Where's
think
the
y'all
reader
missing
at?
it.
Pass Elder Walker the mic.
Let's go to some detail real quick. Real detail. Let's get to it. Here we go.
Tell it. Shouts out to Thais and the folks from the Thai squad that is coming that is coming in as he finds his various text messages from We are tonight. Thanks for all 653 or 50. No, I'm sorry, 58 of you that are joining on tonight. Like, share, let everyone know, and you can hear from the horse's mouth right now. That from Jerock Walker, just what he encountered and has dealt with, and why he felt led and
I'm
moved.
gagging right now. I actually texted him before and told him I was going to expose him without having a photo of him. I'm
Are you
gagging.
serious?
This message says, "No problem, sir. Please don't." He said, "Sir, please don't do me like this. I can be like a constant link for you here." I said, "I'm okay, bruh." He said, "Okay, I won't bother you no more." I said, "Thank you," and I'm gonna post you on my Facebook and Twitter for playing with my money, bruh. And this wasn't about exposing him as a pastor or nothing. This is just gonna be me talking. I was gonna post the Jack profile and say he was playing so other people on jacking up. He said, "Wow, so you that kind of person. Good to know because I don't deal with snitches or people like that. Not snitching, not exposing you or none, just letting it be known that you play with people money, bro. You had me extend my stay here and that was 3 days ago, and now you continue to tell me that you too sleepy to link after I stayed here 3 days extra, even had to book a Airbnb to stay in." He says, "I wouldn't do that to you. I actually paid you for each day you stayed. I paid for your Airbnb." I said, "Bruh, cut the fucking bullshit. It's MLK weekend in Atlanta, and I'm a famous porn star. Why the F would I stay in Nashville for? Bruh, you sleep me, you kept me to stay. I did, and you flopped, bruh. Stop texting me for real, for real." He said, "I swear I didn't know that you did that for me." I said, "Bruh, yes, you did. It's in the message. You paid for it." He said, "Bruh, you a hustler, fine ass porn star. I honestly thought you had plenty of bitches you were setting shit up with." I said, "No, I don't fuck plenty of people. Contrary to what you believe, I'm not one of them. Sorry." He says, "Well, I never actually met a porn star or fuck one, so I guess I had the wrong image. Sorry." He said, I said, "Yeah, definitely wrong." He said, "Well, I hope you won't cut me off because I really wasn't playing games." I said, "You cut off, bro. Sorry." He said, "I understand. I hope you will one day change your mind. But on another note, snitching and exposing some whole shit. I hope you weren't serious about that. Not that I'm scared, but I just think that that kind of stuff is unnecessary. Last thing, if you want to meet tonight, even though I dead ass am tired, I will come since I know now that you were staying for me. But let me know before I fall asleep, and then you accuse me of playing games." I said, "How much you paying?" Like I told y'all think I'd be lying when I said I don't give him a price. I say, "How much you paying?" He said, "How long we fucking?" I said, "Depends on how much you paying." He said, "Oh my God, nothing is ever simple with you." I said, "What you mean?" "I'm asking a question that is simple." This is their response, y'all. 15 minutes doggy, 15 minutes on my back. I said, "Okay." Then from there, that was the end of the messages that I sent. So that's the end of the messages that I sent for to this phone. But
So
the
the,
gag
the
is
so the
y'all
same tongue that the bishop is praying for people and speaking in. Oh, 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 there we have it. So
15
the
minutes
same tongue
doggy, 15 on my
that
back.
he was speaking in tongues with and praying over people with is the same one that he cussing and sucking and licking on your body with. Oh my, are you calling that number?
Huh?
I I thought you was calling that number.
No, I was sending myself some messages real quick. And
Wow.
for the people that say I don't have concrete evidence, this is the bishop's truck outside of the Airbnb in the parking garage. I also have the messages proving right here about the where him coming up there and him shitting on my dick and all these different types of things. Him telling me when he was in Cabo in Jamaica and things like that. And come to find out, if you go to his page, he was literally in Cabo the day that he said he was. I just don't know what else y'all. What other evidence
So
do
wait a
y'all
minute. This is
need?
what I gotta ask you. On his profile, he actually had his real face.
No, it was an AI photo of a younger version of him. Like not even just him, but the hair was the only thing that actually matched. Everything else was different. There was no
Oh, like
glasses.
one of those cartoon kind of looking
Yes,
things. Okay.
yes.
Okay. And if you see, I'm wondering what he would have done. He's still playing real risky and real careless, because what would he have done when you showed up, or when he showed up for it to go down?
Listen, this is the message right here of people that try to say that's not him. This is me giving him direction. It says I'm at the door because I'm letting him know I'm at the door where he need to come in. And I looked out, he was at the wrong place. I said, pull down like you going up. You parked at the wrong place. I took a picture of where he parked at so that he can come where he needs to go. Um, and then after that message, just talk about him parking, basically.
Case closed, hands down. We have you, sir.
No,
We
y'all saying y'all keep coming up with this narrative that keeps leading y'all to money or playing on my time. He did none of those things. These messages are from what, January. Okay. It is now what,
Do
July,
you mind
June, July.
sharing the amounts that he cashed you out at?
It was very much various amounts. The day he duty on my penis, he was supposed to be paying like 250. He had shorted me like $50 in the money and rushed out. And then when I texted him, it's like, bro, you shitted on my dick. Then he came back. He came back like an hour or two later and gave me $1,050. So it was each time was a different various amount. It was never the same amount.
Wow. Was this so? Do you have like a menu of how you charge based upon the act, or based upon how
No.
do you? Oh, okay.
No, it's to me, it's like deal or no deal. You tell me what you want, and I ask you how much money you got. If you got the right amount, or you got something close to what I would expect, then yes, I'll say deal. But if not, I'm gonna tell you absolutely not. You need to up your money and stop being cheap with me. And his
And you
aspect, a lot of people didn't understand because he, even when we didn't link, it was sometimes he would pull up when he was in the neighborhood and hand me money just to see me type stuff. He would just it just be
also
like,
he
oh.
was developing a level of attraction to you.
Yes, he wanted to be fucked. He would text me all the time on Jacked and on the number. He wanted to be fucked all the time. Like he wanted me to have a sexual intercourse with him all the time. And he started to notice that, okay, the money is what's gonna reel this little boy in right here. So at times I would text him and make up a lie and say, oh, I need this, I need that. And he'll say, well, I'm in your area, just come outside. And I come outside and in his truck, he'll pull up with some money. He never would send money on Cash App, Apple Pay, none of that.
He never
Um,
wanted any kind
he
of paper
never.
trail.
He literally told me on Saturday because I told him I was like, "You played my money before, so you need to send me a deposit." And now that I've accelerated in my popularity even more, leading up to me filming TV shows and being bigger on social media, I'm telling him like I require a deposit now. Like it's not the same. Like you need a deposit. And he was basically telling me that he didn't want to send a deposit because at this point is when I found out that he had a wife. I didn't know who he was, but he told me in the message that he had a wife. He said, I can't send it because I got a wife and I don't want her to, she got control of all the money and she can see everything that I do. And I don't want her to come question me about why I sent this money to this specific person. And that's when he asked for my address and all those different type things. So he don't do cash app or none of that. I never got a cash app from him.
Mm, okay, you always got straight cash.
Hmm.
And and it was never anybody other than himself. He always cashed you out himself directly. It was
Yeah.
never money
Yes, and
transacted with.
he never wanted to do a threesome either. He never agreed to a threesome. Like it'd be times that he would hit me up and I would be with a friend. And I would be like, and they'd do the same stuff that I do. And I'd be like, well, I got a friend here. And he'd be like, no, I'm cool. I'll link with you another time. Like he declined the friend each and every single time.
Because he knew who he was. And he
I
didn't
did
want to run the risk of that friend knowing. Let me ask you this: would it ever have been an amount of money that he could have paid you that would have um, kept you quiet?
no. This is not this is not something that I need hush money for. I'm not gonna keep this quiet. I wasn't gonna keep it quiet. It's not me that's affected. It's not just his wife that's affected. It's not just his children that's affected. It's the body of Christ that's affected. To me, it bothers me to know that you are this big time bishop. You are a bishop, and a bishop is not just a regular title in the church. People don't understand that. Bishop is not just a pastor. Bishop is
Right.
bishop. Like that's something you ordained and everything for. And I just couldn't accept it. It was I didn't need no money from him. Then
Do you know
actually
what denomination he is in connected to?
apostolic, give me 1 second. It's the apostolic church is what I was saying. When he got ordained to bishop, he got ordained under the apostolic church.
Because it had to be three people to lay hands. Three bishops have to lay hands on you for you to be dutifully consecrated. So I wonder who consecrated him. So he's not full gospel Baptist.
I don't think so. Mm. What is on ascension to the bishopric? Bishop Matthews will be consecrated by His Grace, the Honorable Bishop Lambert W. Gates Sr., to the highest ecclesiastical office in the Pentecostal Churches of the Apostolic Faith International Incorporated. And
Lambert Gates.
mm-hmm.
Lambert. No, 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 no. You need to say that to me. Lambert Gates
Lambert Gates Sr.
in the Apostolic Church. You mean to tell me the same man that Brian Carnes submits to, the same man that I think YC Younger and all of them submit to, that's who consecrated? So this isn't a Baptist church, this is a Pentecostal apostolic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. Lambert Gates, and who else consecrated him?
That's the
This
only
is
thing that's
break
on there. It
this is
said
breaking news, you all. Lambert Gates, who has preached twice at the Kojic convocation, who is good friends with the presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ. I know Lambert Gates. Lambert Gates that got that what you call it, body mark or whatever on his face. What that I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I am done. He was consecrated by the Bishop Lambert Gates. Please read it again for me.
this is 1 second. I just saved it in my photos. It says a
Text it
bishop.
to me. I need to see that. This got to be posted right now.
Hold on, I'm finna send it to you.
EBI Shah. I can't believe it. I can't believe, ladies and gentlemen, not the apostolic. So this man ain't just a preacher, pastor. He is Pentecostal. He is. Wait a minute, we just got it. He is in the apostolic. He in the sanctified church.
The gag is it says Bishop Matthews will be consecrated by His Grace, the Honorable Bishop Lambert W. Gates Sr. to the highest. I think y'all missed that part.
The
Um,
highest
to the
ecclesiastical office.
in the Pentecostal Churches of the Apostolic Faith International Incorporated and seated on the Board of Bishops at the 67th Annual International Holy Convocation in Dallas, Texas last year, July the 24th, 2024.
You ain't even been a bishop for 24 years. And he was, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
The 1 year anniversary is
You
coming
was
up.
screwing him back then.
Definitely was.
Ebi Asha Shanama. What did the woman say? Oh, but I know it for myself. You, You know what? On this picture, he kind of looks like the boy from Amen. He kind of looks like, for a second, he kind of looks like, what's the guy's name from Amen, y'all, that took over Roy Brown's church?
Okay, so back off trial. That man is not lying. He in the truck. The truck that he posted. Y'all supporters, y'all went and dug deep into this. Y'all people was sending me videos of this man in the truck. Y'all are crazy.
Or what kind of truck he got?
A black pickup truck. Y'all. Okay, so back off trial. That man is not lying. He in the truck. The truck that he posted for proof. This is the truck right here.
Uh,
He's actually in it.
see, that's what happened when you start getting these investigators coming for. I can't believe Lambert Gates. I can. Oh, we gonna have to get a statement. Goddess Fatima, we have got to contact Bishop Lambert Gates. Lambert Gates needs to issue some type of statement and regarding Fred Matthews and what he is going to and how he is going to discipline and handle this situation. We know Bishop Gates. You know who he is. You need to go on and moving forward. We need to go on and tag him, y'all. Whoever, because then because isn't he looks like he looks like right here on this picture he looks like William Hudson a little bit. Doesn't he kind of
Mm-hmm.
remind y'all of William
Mm-hmm.
Hudson? He kind of reminds me of William Hudson. So we need to get a statement from Bishop Lambert Gates like immediately. We need Lambert Gates to address this and how and what he's going to do and how he's going to handle Fred Matthews as a result of this. I did not know. I thought I was given erroneous information, Mr. Walker. I was told that he was in. We were mistaken, and we were trying. I was trying to search him out because I am churchy,
Well,
and so
it probably came because
we
yesterday
thought he was in full gospel with Paul Sylvester Morton.
I was contacted by Full Gospel's leadership yesterday. So that's probably where that came from. A lot of people, I'm telling y'all, a lot of leadership from around the world hit me up. My
Well, see,
leadership
they
is
have a
getting it.
lot. They have a lot of bottomless bottoms as bishops over there. As he takes this drink. To get a sip for me too, because I need something right about now, because what we have just discovered has just floored me. I am I am in a total and complete shock that he was consecrated by Lambert Gates. What is Oh my gosh. Sam didn't tell me this. Grasanthia, you owe your little brother a phone call immediately. We did not know that this was an apostolic church. So that's why he goes so hard on Sam, because this is a Pentecostal and apostolic church.
Yeah.
And you were screwing of the and he's a poor bottom. My word. Oh.
Can we get the bishop to the stand, please? Because I would really love to have a conversation with
He's
this.
got to say something. He has now got to. He we are definitely, if you are watching, Bishop Fred Matthews, or for the time being, while you still carry that title, Matthews the second, it is now imperative, sir, that you come forward and say something, because you and I mean, this is coming. What is going on over there with Lambert Gates people? We just got the whole situation with Brian Carr, and Brian Carr supposedly having children with no wife. And now we go back and we turn right back around and somebody ain't saved. Somebody ain't praying, somebody ain't hearing from God. Because if he laid his hands on this man and around the same time of his laying hands, he started hooking up with you.
And at that time, I was in Nashville. My niece had just died last year, so I was definitely in Nashville. And around my birthday, he got ordained July the 24th. Around my birthday time, he gave me $650. So my birthday is July the 11th. So you definitely was seeing me around this time that you was getting consecrated into the office of bishop, which is now what I'm reading. And if I say this verbatimly, the highest ecclesiastical office in the Pentecostal Churches of the Apostolic Faith International Incorporated. And you're not just doing that, but you're sitting on the board. You're sitting on the board of bishops. I'm gagging.
Look, I need to be blowing clouds too. Cause
Mm.
I oh, we need a statement. Everybody, everybody now. Okay, so guys, we got to find out all of the people that are in the College of Bishops for this organization. Where are they headquartered? I need to know everything about this organization posted, because this now surpasses Matthew and the triumphant church. This goes directly to the organization and the leadership of the organization. I ain't even interested now in hearing from Fred anymore. I don't want to hear from Fred. Bishop Lambert Gates, we need a statement from you. You need to address this viral situation where you have one of the bishops that has not even been consecrated a year, has not even been consecrated, has not even been a bishop for an entire year yet, that has been fully and completely exposed by not just uh, same gender loving man, but an adult film star in that whole particular persuasion that was contacting on a public app. Now you have a bishop that is esteemed to the highest office in your denomination, that is now placed on your board of bishops for your organization with your crest on his flyer that he is will be dutifully elevated to the high, and he is cashing out and sending text messages, detailed text messages of how many minutes he wants on his back, how many minutes he wants on on all fours, and no telling what else he was probably doing. Stick a fork in me because I am done. Also, they said check my inbox. Somebody is inbox me. Somebody is inbox. I'm on live. I can't check the inbox over here while I am live, because we're live on two platforms. We're live on YouTube, and we also live on Instagram. Well, I tell you, sir, you have you have definitely worn me thin for this. We have we have heard. I told y'all I had the sex tape of the other bishop from that same organization. And I showed it while I was live with Larry Reed. I showed it to Larry. And that, wait a minute, here we go. Here we go. What is this saying?
Oh, Larry Reed, if you watching next, I can interview with you too. I need to get this out. I want this around the world. I need this to be talked about in
Who
Africa.
is this? They said, wait a minute, what is that? What did they saying? Who is this? Oh, this is one of my haters. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see what if they said I'm on this. They said oh, wait a minute. I just got a text message saying you are full of shit. No need to respond, man. I am no longer wasting my time. Oh my God. I don't know who that is. Somebody. You done brought folks out of the woodwork. Okay, let's call Larry. Let's see what. Let me see if Larry answers the phone. Let's see what he says. Since they say I'm messy. Thais, tell Larry he need to come up. We, call me. It is urgent. Thais, wait a minute. Tell him. I'm trying to see. Larry don't know this number. I'm trying to call him from this back line. Thais, call Larry. Call Larry while we live. Oh,
He was
here's
just
Larry.
in here. He was just
Larry,
in.
I am live. Guess who consecrated that man as the bishop, child? We are live right now. Lambert Gates. Oh, I didn't see you. I want you to come up. He wants you to talk to him. Lambert Gates consecrated Fred Matthews. Yes. Yes. Why are you acting so calm? I wanted to hear some drama, at least a holler. Stop laughing. Oh my God, the church is going to hell. I thought he was a Larry. I thought this boy was a full gospel bishop. I had no idea that he was sanctified. You want me to send you the invite? I'm on mine. Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
Let me get my music back on.
Okay, let me send this.
Dang, Bishop, you done messed it up. You was 1 month away.
Right. He didn't even make it to his anniversary.
Well, my bad.
Wait a minute. Why can't why it ain't going through to him?
Had I known, I would have came to the 1 year anniversary.
You would have came to the consecration.
The 1 year anniversary.
Okay, Larry, you got it? Okay, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my water? I didn't send it to him. Where? Oh, Lord have mercy. Woo. Well, what's taking Larry so long? I done had to get my fan. I did not know he was consecrated by Lambert Gates. Let me see if he got it. Okay, you got it. Okay. You well, we need to at least let the people see you for a second, and then you can put your picture up. Cause you know they'll say we lying. Okay. All right, he'll be with us in 2 minutes. I'm just. I look. I didn't had to pull out my fan. You didn't. You have worn. I don't really realize if you understand or know to because you may not have been familiar with who Bishop Gates is, but this takes on another level of significance as it relates to church and especially as it relates to Pentecostal church. You know, I thought it was like, okay, this is a little independent somebody. This is a little, you know.
But that's what I'm trying to explain to people. I did not know none of this. I did not know that he was this big of a pastor. I promise to God, like I'm gagging. The response that the world has given is gagging me caboodles. It's really gagged me. Shout out to the people that's actually in my corner, to the people that are not being biased to the situation. Shout out to y'all
Yes.
too.
Well, you know, some people it's been enough, and a significant amount of things have gone on where we are more open minded and supportive to people that you know have been taken advantage of and misled. You know, you just thought that this was another regular everyday client. You had no idea. You know, I was made aware that you have strong convictions you don't necessarily want to deal with or handle with people that um, don't live. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Dr. Larry Darnell Reed, this is Jay.
My whole government will for real.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you know, I just wanted to give honor and respect to whom honor and respect is due.
Okay.
And
All right.
this is Jay Walker.
What's
How
up?
you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Okay, now I've heard a little bit about this story. Can I ask questions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And how old is Bishop Matthews?
Well, in his messages, he reflected as himself as a old, crusty 40-plus-year-old. Give me 1 second, I can get the exact message.
Wait a minute. He said, I
He
don't know.
said crusty. He said crusty. You see, I got my fan. I had to bring
I
on.
know you is. This is a lot. I know you are really boiling with this.
This has taken when he read the flyer of
Hmm.
the man's consecration. That and he said that he was consecrated by Lambert Gates. Do you know my face fell to
I
the
know you.
floor
I
right
wasn't
here
saying.
live? I had no idea. I thought he was a Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Bullwinkle bishop over there with Paul Sylvester Martin in full gospel.
Um,
Yeah.
this what the message says. Guess I'm an old ass crock pot that gotta warm up. I don't think it's too much to ask to kiss for a couple of minutes, suck dick for like 5 to 10 minutes, and get fucked for like 15 minutes. But I get it. I guess being 40 plus my body different. I'd rather wait and pay more and get what I want than pay less and walk away not satisfied.
Oh no, 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 no. Where you
That's
reading
what he
that from?
said. Huh?
Where you reading that from?
That's our text messages from his text now number. I'm reading it from my other cell phone. I just screenshotted it and sent it over here.
He got children and a wife, right?
Hmm.
He has 3 daughters. And he was getting, he wanted J Rock to screw him raw. Tell him, J Rock.
Yeah, it's he got other messages right here. This message says, where's the one at y'all? Oh, this one says, "Oh my God, nothing is ever simple with you." I said, "What you mean?" I'm asking. Well, let's back up. He said, "But let me know now before I fall asleep, and then you accuse me of playing games." I said, "How much are you paying?" He said, "How long we fucking?" I said, "Depends on how much you paying." He said, "Oh my God, nothing is ever simple with you." I said, "What you mean?" I'm asking a question that is simple. He said, 15 minutes doggy, dot, dot, 15 on my back.
This is what happens when you create an environment where people can't tell the truth. And granted, he's responsible. God knows he's responsible for his actions, his choices, especially as a father and a grown high man. But when you can't say that I love like men, and this is not a matter of him liking to be Farut in his bread basket. It's more than that because his wife could have did that. Because women are doing that for their husbands who have overactive prostates or who just have discovered their G spot. But the fact that you're gonna go to a man, an escort, and a 25-year-old and you 40 something years old, you have several different issues going on all at the same time. What you got in common with a 25-year-old? You shouldn't have anything in common with a 25-year-old. And that's no diss to you, J Rock. But this is a problem. You've got a few different things going on. And I hate that it's Bishop Lambert Gates who is Brian Carnes covering pastor leader because he's an older man. I've seen him on Carnes videos. He don't have a world for this. What Carn had community
He
pain.
got a world for it because he got that boy
No,
sitting
but
up
that's
there.
that's different, William, because Karn got community pain dealing with women. That's been going on for years and it's been talked about in the church. But now he freshly laid hands on a year ago who has been getting for this is the clincher. Getting
Raw. J Rock,
getting
tell him
fucked in his
what he
butt.
said about your children. He wanted your
Oh, he
seed
specifically
inside of you.
told me that he wanted my children inside of him. So now I know y'all might take it as a key, but I did apologize to the wife, and I said in the post, and if I quote this
But why'd you
correctly,
apologize to her? Did you know he was married?
no, I'm
You don't owe her
apologize.
an
I
apology.
said I apologize for leaving my children and your husband while he came home to you.
Oh, that one. Oh no, that was mean. She already going through it. She already just
But
this
this
one.
is not
This
the
one.
first allegation. After over the last 24 hours, so I'm under the leadership of Apostle Sam Franklin. Over the last 24 hours, I have gotten calls from everybody and anybody that you can think of. Um, I got a call from somebody that knows the family in the church. They actually a church member. They know this family personally. Come to find out, my old foster mother, her ex-husband, who she had a son by him, my little brother, is the cousin of the Dunlaps. The Dunlaps is where she came from, the wife. Sherman Dunlap is her people over there. And just so happened, Shane and them is related to her. So over the last few hours, over the last 24 hours, I have gotten calls, and in the midst of those calls, some people told me like, "Oh, 6 years ago, it was an allegation that came out, and the wife didn't believe it 100% because she didn't have concrete evidence." And then they later go on to say that he got on the pulpit the next time he came to church on the next Sunday, and kikied and cackled about that. He said something to the nature of, "Oh, they say I like but do I?" And then ran across the stage laughing is exactly what they told me.
Okay. I mean, we only know what you're telling us, but with the text messages and is there any video?
There is video of him coming in and out of the Airbnb. It's also a photo of his vehicle parked in the garage of the Airbnb. When he
Look
came
at the
he
screen,
came
Larry. He's
I
showing
don't
he
it.
want
came
to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want.
You better open your
he came
You better open your
he came to the Airbnb and he parked on the wrong end of the garage, and I took a picture of it of his truck point where I was to his truck.
Tell Larry how much you charged him when he boo booed on you.
Oh, he paid me 1,050 after he boo booed on me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's not say for your own safety that anybody paid you for sex. Just let's not say that because there's criminal
No,
liability.
they paid him for his time.
But
Yeah, that's what
listen,
you say.
let them
But
get me for criminal. I'm living in my truth. They paid me for sex. It's
I
2025.
get that. I get that.
I
I
don't,
get
I don't
that.
care. If the
I,
police don't come get me, tell them to come get me. I got military lawyers. What they gonna do? Charge me for prostitution and give me 11 months and 29 days of probation with a misdemeanor? Tell them to do it.
that's
Run on
exactly
and
what it
see
is.
what the end is gonna be.
That's exactly what it is.
Wait a minute, he know it down to the wire.
It do.
You see why I got my fan?
So let me ask you, Jay. Let me ask you this, J Rock. Clearly, he was paying you pretty good, and this has been going on and working for both of you. When was it you decided to be like, okay, I am going to take to online and I am going to
Oh,
expose?
you missed a lot. I never knew
Yeah, I
his
did.
real. I never knew his real identity. I never been to his church.
Oh, you didn't know he was married either.
I didn't know he was married until Saturday. He told me Saturday in text messages.
Hold on, this
Still,
past Saturday.
yes, he texted me under the alias of the Ryan person, saying that, hey, I got a wife, because I'm telling him like now when me growing in popularity and stuff, I charge deposits now. You got to give me a deposit before you get here because you're not gonna play on my time. You played on my time before with my money. Time certain things I need a deposit. So he was like, "Oh, I'm married. I got a wife, and I can't have you have my real name." And then that's when it dawned in my head. Then I was like, "Real name? So you gave me a fake name?" And then the next morning, so me, I'm a church boy, real church boy. I attend God knows how many services I can find on Sunday. That's just me.
Oh my!
My dad was a very popular pastor, so when I go to church, a lot of
Your
people know who I am.
See, don't feel your preaching
So
scared. Okay, so,
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut through you, but I'm piecing everything together real quick. So you didn't know his real identity. You just found out Saturday that he got a wife. Somewhere between then and now, you find out he got kids, and so that angered you. You were angry.
No, that we not. Let me finish real quick. I'm almost done. The next, when I was watching the services, because my church, Loves in the South, did not have in-person service because they traveled to another service at the same exact time ours is. I was like, okay. I'm not gonna make it to anybody's church today, but I can watch online. And because I like to watch multiples, I'm like, since I'm here and most of the morning churches is going on now, I can watch multiple services. I started watching Frank Stevenson's church. And then somebody sent me the Triumphant Nation Church, and I started watching them. And I watched it for a very long time, and then the bishop came up. And when he came up, I was like, I know this man. And my aunt is on the phone, so she can recite the whole entire conversation. I said, I know this man. Then when I started to hear him talk, and I sat there for a minute, I'm just comprehending this voice. I'm like, that's definitely him. That's his voice. And I scream out loud, I've been fucking this man. And my aunt is like, "What?" I'm like, "Auntie, this is this man that I've been, as my client. He's a pastor. He's a bishop." and it angered me immediately. And then, I got on the phone with
I
my
just said,
sister-in-law.
wait a minute. I just said, so you got
But you
angry.
didn't get to the point that I got angry from. I didn't get angry at the moment from that, for him talking about the wife stuff. I got angry when I found out that he was a pastor from the live stream. He didn't tell me none of this. I woke up the next morning and watched on the live stream him coming out, and they introducing him as the bishop and the leader of the church.
Is he the kind of pastor that like preaches against homosexuality?
Oh, he did on
Very
Sunday.
strong.
This is what angered me the most. He preached on Sunday
You can't
about.
lay hands on him and be
Yeah.
diabolical at the
He
same
said you
time.
can't lay hands on. He said I wouldn't allow somebody to lay hands on me. That, and he ran down a list of stuff that people do, and most of it was the stuff that he did and that involved me. So he mentioned about homosexuality and things like that, and I'm like, you know what? You're not gonna play on my time like that. You're not
He
gonna.
like Larry. He like Patrick Wooten. He like Patrick Wooten over there at Upper Room.
He be preaching against
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah. And he's a
Oh,
bottomless bottom.
this is crazy. So I don't even know. One
I
side of
can't
me,
even take it. I can't.
once
I done got so hot. I don't even know what to do.
Jerock, one side of me, I'm just being honest. One side of me hate that you came public, but the other side of me understand why you were mad. If you a church dude and you did not know that this man was a pastor and a preacher, I can see why you upset, especially if you heard him preaching against homosexuality. So I fully understand it. I fully understand it. Now the question is now, what are you gonna do with this moment? I mean, 'cause I know you're 25, but I can't help but to think about the possibilities that you could use.
I'm pushing right now for the leadership of the church to start being held accountable. It's time that we start brushing stuff under the rug. Oh, okay, well he did it. It's good. I'm still gonna get my tithes and offerings. Stop doing that because your tithes and offering was coming to me, sweetheart. Yeah,
Mm,
I want the leadership of the church to hold these people accountable. Stop if you don't want people laying on hands on you that's doing certain things, but you're doing the same thing. Stop laying hands on me. You can't lay hands on me in church and then come home and lay hands on me in the bedroom, and I'm not your wife. The
mm,
Bible also talks about the list of what it takes to be a bishop. The bishop has to be blameless, a man of one wife.
crazy.
Okay, so how I want him to. I'm not stopping until he resigns from that position or gets fired from the position as bishop. I'm
But,
going to
J-Rock,
accelerate.
what about the people? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. Well, actually, I'm saying all the stuff that come into my mind. I'm thinking on both sides. First thing, would you consider not just talking about bishops held accountable, pastors held accountable, but the church world and the way that the church is, where people can't tell their truth because this man is in this situation because, I mean, ultimately it's his responsibility, but the environment that he's in is not inviting for a man that likes a woman and likes a man as well. I think that is a consideration to marry to your objective of getting him out of the pulpit. He actually needs help, and the church needs reform. The other thing is, are you concerned that this could affect your business? Because you have clientele, right?
No, I don't do this all the time. I'm just
Oh,
not. I'm not no everyday out in the open escort.
okay.
No, not at all. I don't care how this affects me. I haven't asked nobody for a dime to do anything, and I'm on all types of blogs, all the blogs. I'm on every platform you can think of right now. I'm getting emails, DMs from the news stations. I was on the radio this morning that they was talking about it. Shade Room hit me up. It's going to be. I want this to be the biggest thing, and I don't need nothing from it. All I need is the bishop to step down. Because you're not gonna play on my time. I'm not advocating for no coins. I don't need nobody to PayPal, Cash Out, Venmo, do none of that. I'm gonna get that regardless.
Yeah.
I've been getting it from the bishop and other people. I was getting it before the bishop, so I'm gonna get that regardless. I just want the man to be held accountable. I want him to step down. I'm not stopping. I'm not gonna stop talking. I'm gonna keep telling the story till he's not in the pulpit.
I
I,
mean, to tell you the truth, I can't say that I'm against that because he endangered his wife's life he has injured his children, whether he know it or not, and aware of it now. And then his church members, and now the person that ordained him has been called into question. It's not good. And I would actually, and this may be surprise, I would actually support him. He gotta go to counseling. He got to go to therapy, and he need to come out that pulpit for a while. That's just what I think. And I'm not really the person that be like, you need to sit down. But this situation, he is out of control. Because you probably ain't the only one. If this we're gonna
Oh,
believe
I'm not.
this,
It's other people. It's other
and
boys.
you can verify that.
Yes. Yes, I can. It's other people.
See that? Yeah.
That's why I said it's no way possible somebody cannot believe what's coming out of my mouth, because before I even remembered, see, at first I thought I was only responding to him on Jack, but then while I was on live and I was explaining the situation after I made the post, the first live I ever did, the more I was talking, I deleted Jack and I was talking to a friend on the live. I was like, hey, if you go to your Jack account, find his profile, and it popped in my head the name that he used, Ryan. I said Ryan with an AI photo of a man with a hot top. And boom. Do you know what happened after that? I said, you know what? I got somebody named Ryan Jack in my phone. I saved his name in my phone under Ryan Jack. And I went to it, and just so happened, everything that I was saying on the live was literally verbatimly in my text messages. Literally leading up to the dates, everything was in my messages. Even when I started recollecting other things that I didn't remember from the messages, they like the girls in the everybody in the comments going to investigate. They come back saying, "Oh, the dates that you said he was in Jamaica, he was in Cabo, he was in Memphis on this day. That is his truck." And then I go down. At first, I was on live on the phone with the messages. So then I ended that live. I said, let me get the messages and read them to y'all. And I'm going to get on my other phone. So I got on the other phone. Boom, I run into it. I'm telling them, oh, he used to come to the Airbnb. Boom, his truck parked in the Airbnb parking garage. And me telling you that you at the wrong spot.
Wow.
March 20th, when I seen a post of Triumphant Church,
Larry, he
I
got him hook, line, and sinker on dry
all the
lane.
way. It's nothing you can't come out of this. Like it's nothing you can say about this being a lie
I don't
because
hope
you
I don't I don't hope you I hope you don't think I was looking for a way out for him. It's just that I'm the way my mind worked. I wanted to know certain pieces and certain parts, and it's just terribly unfortunate. And it's just me getting into this conversation and this live right now. It just sounds like that you really is doing him a favor and his children, his wife, and the community, because he is really he's out of control. This is out of control. If this isn't just you and there's other people, even with you, how he moved with you, this is just you can't.
Well, see, he's already Jerock. Tell him that you've had other
Yeah,
sex workers that
I
have
have my own
contacted you.
friends. I have a very close friend of my own that came to me and called me and was like, I was linking with that man too and never knew he was a pastor. But because of who he is and what he does in Nashville and where he works at, he too scared to say anything. I told him I'll tell your side of the story. But I told him I'll let you tell it when you're ready. Because hey, I got more than enough concrete evidence myself. I don't need no help with it. I mean, to me, all I want is the bishop to step down. You need to step down. You need to stop getting in the pulpit preaching and saying that you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. You can't lay
I
hands on
agree.
him. You can't.
I hate, but I agree. I From what I've heard, and if I'm accepting what you're
This
saying,
would this would be like Patrick Wooten having one of his. This that's the equivalent of this.
bruh.
If you go back and watch Fred's, because I can't even call him Bishop. If you go back and watch Fred, and then look, I'm gonna just go and just call it. Can I call a thing a thing? See, it would have helped me if he at least been the top.
I agree. I mean, I'm telling
I
you,
could have,
I agree.
he still would have been somewhat of a
But
little bit
that's
of a man.
listen, that's something that I brought to awareness yesterday. Me being in the gay community, and I'm a very safe person when it comes to sex. I actually advocate with the prep clinic. I do pride with the prep clinic every year. I've been going to the prep clinic since before I started porn. I've always been on prep. But
Oh,
just
so
say if I was
you
a
do porn? You're not just the escort. You do porn.
yes, I'm a porn star. I film porn content.
Out of what state were you from?
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, oh, so the Atlanta's your hot spot, and all these other.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Well, you
But
ain't
to me,
his page is his hotspot because I had to go and investigate him. So
Oh, you were. You had to go to his
listen,
OnlyFans.
right? I had to.
No, you ain't.
I had to know who I was talking to. He
No.
don't just do porn. He do triple, quadruple X. Yeah, yeah.
And so
but
you.
listen,
Hold on. So you met the pastor through your OnlyFans or your Jack? You said.
Jack, he came to me talking to me about my
But
porn
not
on
only
Jack.
is he on Jack, he's on Jack Grinder and Snappies, and he's on all the
William.
platforms.
I want to say
Tell it,
something.
Jerock. Tell him like
Listen, hold
you
on. Let
told
me
me.
say
You just
something.
said you wanted
I
to
got
talk to me.
something. Listen, the thing that will bother me is knowing that in the gay community nowadays, we are not too prone to tell our statuses to each other if we have one. A lot of people in the gay community now are understanding the fact that HIV and AIDS are a real thing. STDs are a real thing. Just think if I was a very careless top and I was a
That's what I'm
careless
saying. You got
sexist
to sit down. That's what I'm saying. I
and
agree
I,
with that.
I nutted in your hole as many times as you asked me to, and I did it each and every time. And you're telling me that you go home to your wife, wipes the lube off your butt, goes in the bathroom, take a shower, pushes my kids out, probably keeps them in there till the next morning, knowing you, and then you go lay your penis inside of your wife, in her mouth, and her any of that nut, and doing whatever you do with your wife is diabolically disgusting to me. Because what if I would have transmitted some type of disease to you that you could not got rid of, and now you transmitted it to this lady, and she could have got a worse dose of it, and boom, she's dead and gone, and you still sitting out here getting bust down by the men in the church. Because I'm not the only one. They also alleged that he's been having sex with Mr. William Gordon, who was his assistant pastor.
I know we can't prove. We can. I don't. I'm listening to you because it sounds like you got the proof of what y'all had going on. But this, I agree with you. He needs to chill out because he's random and careless and a bottom. So he's going to bring whoever he trusts on his back. He's bringing that home to his wife. I mean, there's like a 80% chance. You know, so that is, man, that is not good at all.
He apostolic. He's sanctified. He's
Yeah,
sanctified.
baptized in
He's
Jesus.
supposed to be set apart. We are a royal priesthood, a nation set upon a hill.
Yeah. Somebody said to me, Larry is trying to figure out who he is to see if he's hired him. Let me say this. I could hire anybody I want to for Ruck. I'm single. I'm 100% single. 100% single if I wanted to hire somebody.
Let me go on and don't even say nothing to them. Let me go on and say this to you. My brother got enough money. He like Tyler Perry. He got enough money where if he
don't
wanted
compare me to
grow,
Tyler.
well, not you ain't average, but if you wanted to grow a man to be able to be with somebody, you would have been able to produce them.
That's right. I think that's probably the most I've ever agreed with you. If I wanted to grow somebody to be with me, come on, that's the truth.
You could grow them. They could have the size behind and whatever else that you wanted them to have. They could have it.
That's the truth.
Because I'm gonna tell you, this is Atlanta, and just like T.I. said, whatever you like.
Oh yeah,
we got it here for you, and whatever your bank account will accommodate.
So William, with Lambert Gates, you feel like he just what? Although he laid hands on him, do you feel like that he's responsible for his actions, or you just feel like he need to say something because that's his covering?
That's his. Well, first of all, as his presider, this goes beyond Fred. This goes beyond Triumph Church. This goes to his jurisdiction. And this is a thorn in the side of the entire organization. Mm-hmm. So what he's going to have to do, because
he only got one choice. He only got one choice.
That he doesn't want any retribution. He's saying that now. We don't know if moving forward that he wants to. So just by way, he's going to have to dismiss him and take his hands completely off of him, so that if not, then he's going to be able to go after the entire organization.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm not stopping until he's out the pulpit. I kid you not. I will get interviews everywhere, all over the United States and the world, until he gets out that pulpit. I'm telling you, I will go to the biggest bishops, the biggest pastors. I will get down to business. No shade. I didn't know this was gonna go as viral as it did, but it's all over.
We have discovered tonight that you are dealing with a rather large name bishop that's in the
Mhm.
apostolic and the Pentecostal faith. So this goes to PAW, this goes to Kojic, this goes to any and everybody. You are dealing with one of the Cadillac, one of the Rolls Royces of the whole Pentecostal movement. This is not just, some little, I thought it was, Larry, I thought he was a little independent man. I thought he was a little, a little Bowinkle bishop. I didn't know he was tied to no major organization.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerock, for updating me and let me know about this. Jesus Christ. What's somebody talking about justice for Lavondre?
Who is Lavondre?
The guy I sued and won, and everybody just want to continue to talk about the same thing over and over.
Oh, they kill me when we talking and expose. That ain't nothing but the devil. Fatima, get them off of here. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
They kill me. Always wanted to be to say something, and those boys was lying on Larry, because all of them, I talked to every last one of them, and all of them asked me for some money.
But that's fine. Let people talk. I'm still rich. I mean, I don't care.
I don't know why you just don't give me. I just need 50.
I mean, God's hand's still on me. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I mean, I want you to continue to lie, and so I can be blessed right in your face. But that's
it don't do nothing but make our name great.
True, but oh man, this man needs some help. I'm on Jerock's side when it comes to him sitting down. Cause this woman, I can't help but think about the wife and the. I mean, I don't believe she know. She can't know. She's not gonna want her man to be bending over for another man, unless she's one of those.
That's what I'm saying. We can't even save him. He's not even a top. See, he's a bottomless bottom. See, he's not. See, I could have dealt with it a little bit better if he had been screwing Jerock. I bet he deep honestly, that's the truth. And everything else.
So you sure you only topped him? He never asked to top you?
No, all he asked to do was he wanted to know let's read that part, because we can keep reading.
Oh Jesus.
Where is it at?
This is you can't fix it. There ain't no that's.
It ain't no.
He just gotta come out. You gotta come out and confess. He need to come out within the next 24 hours and be like, okay, this is
tonight.
He responded and he said report and block. He said I'm doing a kingdom business, something in that nature.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is the state of our church. This is why we can't win nobody. This is why we can't discipline nobody. This is why we can't hold no. This is it. This is it. This is it. Oh, did we lose him?
I think he's checking his phone for something else.
Oh, he's checking his phone for the message of he wants to repeat it accurately of what the man wanted done to him.
Oh man. Can't do nothing about that.
You can't do nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing to be done. It's nothing to be done. Ooh, excuse me. And see, they should have got ahead of this.
Yeah, man.
They should have. I'm disappointed in Bishop Gates. Bishop Gates should have got ahead of this.
Well, Gates is older. He's not going to know how to handle it.
He online, and if he ain't online, his members is online.
He probably know about it now.
Oh, I'm sure he know about it. He know about it right now. He's on here right now watching this. Mm-hmm. And if he's not, they have somebody that is watching it that is reporting back. You have to get ahead. You have to get ahead of it. Mm. It's terrible. I hate to say it, but that's just the God's honest truth. It's no, you can't. However you slice it or dice it, you can't make it sound nice. You can't make it sound good.
He's very sloppy. Very sloppy.
He was careless with how he moved. He was very, very careless with how he moved, and also the way he handled the transactions. And so he was causing it. He was well aware, because that's why he met him and paid him in cash. Mm. Jerock, that's all right if you can't find it. Mm-hmm. That's why he was meeting him. He was paying him in cash money, mm-hmm. so that he could deal with this. And then it shows that he was getting some level of emotional attachment to the young man, because he got to the point where he was just meeting him and just cashing him out.
Without any sexual activity.
Without any sexual activity.
Okay, I got it. The part where he said, I don't think it's too much to ask to kiss for a couple of minutes, suck dick for like 5 to 10 minutes, and get fucked for like 15 minutes. And he said the rest. I said, I'm not kissing at all. I am not into that. He said, I see you kiss, laugh aloud. You just ain't kissing me because I guess you ain't feeling me like that. I said, you see me kiss what? You know you don't. I don't do that with my lips. So yeah, he liked the kids. He wanted to be bust down. He wanted his old crock pot tail to be, warmed up. That's what it is. And as long as he's lusting after me to warm him up, he need to be rushing out of that pulpit and stop trying to warm other people up.
Yeah, I agree.
Triumphant senior pastor. We hereby the general board has declared the pulpit vacant on tonight.
Oh, he's the leader of the men's ministry too at the church.
I'm sure.
You said, "Oh my God,
he likes men." And see, it ain't no telling how many other men in the church that's screwing them too. Because see, he must be hungry.
He wished he was a woman so he could be pregnant.
He said what?
He needs to go sign up to be a daycare. Okay, if he can go sign up and try to run a daycare, I think that'd be more better for him, because he likes to watch kids. So, I mean, I think he should just go be a daycare worker.
Oh, wow.
At least he could do what he want to do, if you ask me.
Because you have been planted. Well, the Bible say don't cast your seed on the ground. So at least you was placing it somewhere. They said that you... Larry, what do we say to these things?
You know what? I am in agreement from if I'm accepting everything that Jerock is saying as the truth, I will 100% side with Jerock, and the reason why he spoke out and the reason why he continues to speak out, because I think that is the only way that this bishop would self-correct and shift his course that he's clearly on, and Jerock done confirmed that he's not the only one. That is just danger.
But see, you know what this does? This is opening up. This is getting ready to open up the floodgate.
Yeah.
It is going to be, is somebody watching him and listening to him right now that loins is being girded up, and they going to come and they going to be able to stand. I'm just telling you, I'm here to tell you. Y'all gonna believe one day that I'm a prophet. I'm telling you right now, somebody else that has been a victim is going to come forward, and they are going to start exposing these bishops and these folks. If the Bible be right, it's got to happen.
I knew in order for Jerock to come out here and say this, something else had to be driving him, and I am in full agreement with what he is doing, because he's saving somebody's life, probably this man's life, because the way he's moving like that, man, this is the wrong year. This 2025, and you moving like that.
He ain't even been consecrated a year. He got consecrated in July. We ain't even made it into July yet.
No, we showing.
He paid him right after his consecration. Tell him
he paid me
you
before the
$600 of the
consecration.
money that they gave him to be consecrated, that they blessed him with. He paid Jerock. He went around. At least he kept the money in the community. At least he gave it to somebody. At least he gave it to a black sex worker. Thank God he didn't go and get a white boy.
Yeah.
At least he let the money circulate in our community. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus.
Man, he just so.
Did you pay your tithes this saying
off of? But that means
I just want to know, Jerock, do you pay your tithes?
Yes.
Don't get quiet on me.
No, I pay. No, I was shaking my head. I pay my tithes to multiple churches, not just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you pay your tithes. Because the Bible didn't say how you earn your money. It just said as long as you give 10%.
I don't even know the man, but I just feel, bruh, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes at all, in his mental space, because you hiding, and now it's out like.
Oh, wait a minute, we got to deal with this. Listen, it says Sir William, Larry, and Thais all have slept with men in the church. What's the difference then? That well, I tell you what, I want you. Jesus said, "Bring my accuser to me." So if I've slept with a man and some man that had me, then you have them come forward, and I'll have them on the show, and they can tell, and then they can tell you how good. Because see, if I'm asleep with somebody, I'm not gonna sleep with nobody that's poor. I'm gonna sleep high and with somebody that got a whole lot more to lose than I do.
Okay.
They go back and tell them I've had two. They said I've had two presiding bishops.
Well, if you had, you wouldn't have tell nobody.
Now, and I got diamonds and furs to show for it. Now.
You know, some people just saying stuff just to see if we're gonna.
And I don't wear cheap clothes. All my clothes is name brand, and all my stuff, all my trinkets is real. When I showed up at Larry's house with that white fox on, that was real fox, wasn't it?
Was.
In that Tom Ford.
Yeah,
I don't care how many girdles I had to put on to strap down in it. Now, I'm going to tell that.
But I don't understand what the that person
is slept with me. Oh, okay.
That person is just trying to get us.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm giving them the good entertainment that they want, that they need. That's I just slept with me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
I ain't never.
Don't say too much. Don't say
Right on my tongue, Lord, in the name of Jesus.
So Jerock, are you going to respond to these platforms bigger than the YouTubers and talk about this?
Yes, I'm going to do every interview that's offered to me. I don't care if it's on small platforms or big ones. Because the gag is the videos that's going viral on Twitter is coming from platforms that don't even get more than 500 views. And now my videos have almost 1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna keep pushing, and then when I see that official notice that he is no longer in the office of bishop and he is no longer standing in the pulpit, I'll be fine. I'll leave it alone.
What
But
about
until then,
he come out of the pulpit for like 2 years, get therapy, and go back in the pulpit? How you feel about that?
well, the Bible says all have sinned and fallen short. All have sinned, and fallen short of the glory of God. So, if he decides to get saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, get baptized, get revamped with the Lord, confess his sins one to another, and I'd be just fine with him too. I'd probably attend his church then because I know he done been through some stuff and he feel real convicted.
Yeah. And no, I can't be mad.
Could you go to somebody's church and sit underneath somebody that you have been on top of?
Not in real life, I couldn't dare.
Oh, okay. So let's go on and clarify that you can't go to his church now.
No.
You
That's the
can't
key, y'all. That's the
you
key.
can't squirt kids up in them and go to his church now. You can't.
Somebody said, Jerock, do you believe you're saved? I believe I know Jesus and I have a great relationship with him. I know I'm a sinner. I confess to being a full-blown gay porn star. I confess to being a sinner. I'm not trying to get nobody else saved. I'm not one that God didn't call me to go stand in front of the church. I didn't believe God called me. I'm not going to fake like he called me. I'm not none of that. I'm not an elder, bishop, prophet. Heck, I'm just a member. Okay.
So you say you're not saved. You say you're not saved.
I mean, I can't be
And he
saved.
resigned. He's a member of Sands Church, but he stepped down from being on the praise
I don't
team.
understand. No, that's gonna take us to another conversation. Cause I don't understand why you feel like you can't be saved. I don't understand.
To me, I the old Pentecostal church and reading the old King James Version, it's First Corinthians 6:9-11 talks about the whole entire, a lot of things that's abomination. And I would hate to have to start, reading scripture in here, but I mean, if I can only be verbal in scripture, that talks about abomination. Abomination is things that God hate. If you're doing abomination, you're not saved. You're not sanctified.
There are people who are saved who are doing abominations regularly. Abomination is not a special sin. Abomination is just something that is not proper in the eyes of God and ain't good for you. So and there's so many of them. There are hundreds of them in the Bible, but we only discuss homosexuality as the epitome of
Well,
abomination.
homosexuality is not the only reason I make my decision on me not being saved. I'm not saved. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
I
sanctified.
mean, it's not my business, but it's not on. And homosexuality is not the reason. So what's the reason?
I just don't live by the Bible. Like I don't. Everything that the Bible say, I do everything wrong. Heck, I mean, I tattooed the
What?
body. I smoke.
Wait a minute. Prostitution is in the Bible.
That
Smoking
was
is in the
before
Bible.
Christ. They was prostituting before the Lord
I'm
came.
just saying, I don't live according to the word. Heck, when I come
None
to
of
church, I
us
don't
are
even come for the
living
word.
according. None of us are living according to the word.
Well, I'm just not saved.
But why would you say that? I mean, so you feel as though your life is not significant. Look at what you're doing now. You're literally trying to say, you may be, anger may trigger you, but if you're gonna really get into this calling and into this work, you're showing up as
But
a
this might lead me to God saving me and delivering me and freeing me from my sins. But right now,
what
I'm living in the world of sin.
what you're doing and your reason you telling me you're doing that is not what somebody you would call not saved would say. You're talking and moving and speaking like someone that's championing for the truth. Only person that would do that is somebody who is walking with God on some level. So I don't mean to change the conversation to this. So never mind what I'm saying. Let me just hush. I'm going to another conversation. All right, William, I'm about to go.
All righty. Well, he wanted to talk to you, and I wanted to make sure that he
Nice talking
had
to you, Jerock.
You
And
too.
hit me
opportunity.
up on IG on the Larry Reed Live IG. Hit me up on that just in case we can create another conversation out of this.
Okay.
All right. All right. See you.
All right. Well, thank you, my brother. I tell you, well, sir, you know, um, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your experience. However unfortunate it has been with us on tonight, and I am more than grateful that you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to plug us in before we uh, get cut off. Okay. All right, there we go. So that you, a gentleman of integrity and of your word. Um, I I knew that he was a bishop. I knew or felt like I had done my homework on the situation, but I think that the knowing now who consecrated him, who he's in line with, um, uh, uh, spiritually, says a lot, and that not only he needs to address it, but that not only does he need to address it, but that the Lambert Gates and the organization needs to address it. So I will say I want to ask you this as we exit, and thank you. We've been on almost 3 hours.
Thank you.
What's the next things for you? How do you how will you feel that you will move forward and continue? Because I don't in any kind of way doubt that um your stock has gone up. I'm sure there's going to be, are you going to continue to do pornography? Is there some bigger collabs that you think will come as a result of this? What are you thinking about in terms of your future?
I don't even plan it. I'm not gonna plan none of that. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future. I wake up every day and I just live. Okay. I'm not one to just now, you plan your days and stuff, but I don't inspire to gain extra collabs off of this. I'm already a big porn star. I don't need to gain that extra collab. Only collab I want to gain is the collab with Jesus. I do pray that I get closer to God with myself and my mindset, mental, everything. And I pray that I get stabilized in the church. That's what I want in the future. I'm not looking for no big collabs. I'm not looking for, the biggest interviews in the world. I'm looking to get to Jesus. That's it. That's all I want to do myself. So that's why I'm bringing awareness to pastors. Even though I know I live a life full of sin, somebody out there is going to get me saved one day. Somebody is going to get me sanctified. I'm going to get delivered. It's going to happen one day. But until that happens, I'm
I
just
think
going to
it's
keep pushing.
happening now. I think it's happening
I don't
now. I
know.
think the same. I think that the same level of conviction that you felt that moved you to speak out is going to be eventually the same conviction that's going to stop you and in the midst, and you're going to say, you know what, I can't continue to do this if you so choose. We all are working out our soul salvation. We all have areas and we have things that we need to, yeah, examine. He said, look what he said, physician, examine yourself. So we all have areas that we are coming up short and that we need to improve and that we need to do um, better in. And I can't look down on you and or anyone else, because if my circumstances was different, I don't know what I would be participating in. I don't know what I would be doing or where I would be. So none of us know that. But I understand and really get and agree with you, agree with Larry that this man has got to stand and uh, come to the realization of who he is, and what would move him to put everything that he's worked to achieve at risk for you know a hot night in the sack. I mean, I don't, not in any kind of way to be offensive or negative towards you, but I'm just saying, that he risked and put himself in a very compromising position. So, well, Doc, I thank you. You always are welcome, as as you go forward and press forward, and creating a space for others like yourself, because I'm sure that there's a lot more that have significant clients. We even think about that. I can't even think of the guy's name, but the one that he was the escort, and it was Gianni Versace, and big names like that. And then he went on that rampage. So I'm sure that you're not the only one. It's folks much larger and on much greater levels. And so let this be a warning to you. I don't know, it's just so many things that is rolling through my mind that we didn't necessarily touch on, that I would love to have asked you. And I hope that that we got and addressed the key things that you wanted addressed and wanted to bring forward. If there's anything else that you may have wanted to get out, certainly you have that opportunity.
I'm okay. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for having me tonight. And I appreciate everybody. And hashtag Bishop living your truth.
That's it. That's it. Living your truth. You all go on your various platforms and share and let folks know about this and about Jerock. And we gonna, hopefully you'll be a friend, and you're a significant member of the Obnoxious Street Committee. Because you definitely brought us some good and hot tea on tonight in more ways than one. So thank you, and I appreciate it very, very much. You had me nervous. I ain't gonna lie, you had me nervous. I was like, oh gosh, she not gonna come on. For a few seconds I was worried, but I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Woo, I didn't even get to our topics. All of you, there's 854 left. We lit off tonight with $25. I'm asking everybody, Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, if you got some good if you got some good hot tea from tonight's show, and we got some breaking news, then you all can definitely show some love and show some support. I want to say shouts out to my other moderator, Trey. He had to leave, dealing with a great deal with his family. And thank Goddess Fatima for holding it down. Also thank my other friend and brother, Thais, and the Thai Squad for coming over and joining on tonight. All of you, thank you. I see my top hats and my bow ties. Let me see. I got my glasses on and still can't see. Let me see what. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, breaking news. Someone from Bishop Gates' office has just text Larry, so um, they can definitely go over to my Patreon uh, and my Twitter. Do we have anybody else that will? Okay, we thank you. I want to thank. Is that Courtney for $25? Everyone that those of you that like and support. Thank you, Courtney, for 25. Oh, let me see who else came on. Oh, we had Candace. Is there anybody else? All people. Also, Goddess Fatima, I had some names. Let me see. I had some names of some people that have been very kind to me. And I wanted, let me also publicly thank Jermichael Washington. Jermichael Washington, he did a Zelle of $100. Let me thank Radine. Radine Whiting did a Zelle for $5. Let me also thank William Anderson for $66 via PayPal. So those were some people that was not in front of me. I want to thank Larry Reed, just did $100. Thank you to my friend and brother for coming on and for what he has just sent. Any and everyone else. Tonight we led, Terrence Myers started off with 25, and we're asking everyone for 25 dollars. Those of you that like Sir William, enjoy our content and all of those things, and want to support and show your support and your love for uh, Sir William and Obnoxious Media, the ways to give are up. I need to put them on Instagram as well, or on this second live from Instagram. We burnt up Instagram before, so I don't know about y'all. Whew, I'm just, I'm just a little bit speechless. I'm telling Thais, I am so outdone with you. Thais is gonna say more grace. You know, that's one of the things that they say over there in Lambert Gates organization. They always talk about more grace. Well, his grace is sufficient. We have found out on tonight. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else we want to really have a good night tonight? Is there anyone else that will show their love and their support? Okay, we just got who is this that just came in? Okay. All my brothers have come through in such a big way. We have the official Thais report with $51.05. We have the official Thais report with $51.05. I need the rest of y'all. I need y'all to keep coming forward. I need y'all. You know, they said I'm a beggar, so I might as well keep on begging. All right. I want to thank Felicia. Felicia has come through with $5.55. She said, "Excellent show tonight." Thank you so much for Felicia. All right, let's just keep it rolling. Saints, come on here. Y'all know I'm a good Kojic boy. You know how, come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. We lead from the front. Now you can't lead and sit in the back. Y'all want these good upfront seats on the platform. Come on, and and give your offering. Y'all, you know what? I think I'm just as blind with my glasses on as I am with them off. Who else do we have on tonight? What more? Whew. I tell you, the folks that's just gonna be coming saying, "What must I do to be saved?" Oh, I mean, there's no really nice way to describe or articulate, and I know that we all are human and we all fall short, but it's just like what Jerock was saying. He is not up before people and attempting to lead a congregation and lead a flock and lead somebody and do something different. He's very cosmic. He seems to be very, very solid in the word, and knows the word, and is solid in the word, and knows where he is and where he is standing, and he is living in this truth. Oh my gosh, thanks be unto the Lord for Damian Prescott with the $100 offering on tonight. We thank you. I mean, he has in the comment section the bow ties and fire that we had. This was a spicy, dicey show. I have 724 you all left, and if everyone just did $5, I know we asked for, I've led with the amount of 25 because that was our first gift tonight was 25. If everyone, the ways to give is up. We have Cash App, we have PayPal, we have Vimo, and we got one other, right? We got Zelle, and we have Zelle, and we have Zelle. Let me know in the comment section if any of you have used any of our other platforms. Cash App comes up right in front of me, but if any of you used any of our other platforms, let us know in the comment section so that I can acknowledge you as well. All right. Um, who else? Who else is who else is there that will show your love and show your support? There's Black independent media. I need all of you. I need all of you to click like on the channel. I need y'all to click like. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. I need also for you, those of you that want to see the detailed text messages. Fatima, if you can put up the link to my Patreon so that they can go over on the Patreon and see the detailed text messages, many of the things that Jerock read on tonight. We have screenshots of those text messages, the truck in the parking space at the Airbnb, and all of that is there so that you can see it for yourself. You ain't got to believe what we told you. You can see it for yourself. Also, if Larry is still on, Larry, they can go to the Patreon and they can see all of the evidence and all of the text messages over in Patreon. All right, let me think. Let me see here. All right. Oh my gosh. We think isn't this is so thoughtful. J Rock Walker has just done $5. Isn't that incredible? That is so thoughtful. That warms my heart. Thank you. Thank you so very much. So also, Thais, if you can text Larry so that he can send the link to the Patreon over to Larry, so Larry can send that to Bishop Gates. Christopher Friesen, is it Friesen? I hope I'm saying his name correctly, has just done $5. We thank God for him. All right, come on, you all. We gonna take our time. We gonna take our time for this. This is incredible. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. We have people that are living double lives. This is why y'all want to know why. Oh, why is there so many gay boys in the church? Because the bishops is screwing them, because the bishops is turning them out, because the bishops is in sin and they falling short, and they got stuff going on with them that they haven't gotten together, and this is the result. This is the result. Let's just call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. Okay, this is Stephanie. Stephanie, we thank God for Stephanie. Stephanie has just did what is Stephanie's last name? I can't see with my glasses. Stephanie Kidd. Are you from Oakland? I wonder if she related somehow to Jason Kidd. Um, she just did $10. We thank God for Stephanie. And $10 on tonight. Y'all keep on helping me. Keep on helping me. Help us. We are independent African American media. We are telling our stories ourselves. Yeah, we come on, come on. we need your support. We can get it out. Y'all can get to us before y'all can get to mainstream, and mainstream ain't gonna tell it for you. Okay, we just had wait a minute. Okay, who is this? Okay, Tabitha Gary. Tabitha just did $5. We thank God for our sister Tabitha. Thank y'all. Come uh come on. Come on. We are telling our stories. We are in control. This is Black media. It started with W.E.B. Du Bois and the NAACP. It started with the magazine and newspaper that was called The Crises. He implemented the crises because mainstream media was not telling our stories and telling about the number of the injustices that was taking place and happening to African American people. So we had to develop and create our own platforms, and we had to develop and create our own newspapers so that we could tell our stories ourselves. All right. All right. So that is what we are doing. And as y'all support us, the word goes out. The word goes out, and it gets larger. Y'all won't believe it, but it's people. It is it. How do y'all think they found out about Bishop Eddie Lee Long? People, producers from CNN, watched me and knew what and was subscribers to my blog back in the day. Okay, this is LaFrance Tolliver, just did $5. Thank you, LaFrance. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, who else? Who else? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? Y'all sat in from start to finish. From start to finish, y'all we sat and enjoyed. Enjoy. I mean, this was good truth. This was good truth. There was somebody help tonight. It's gonna be some others. It's gonna be some others. We gonna get flooded. Watch, Thais. We gonna get flooded. It's gonna be some more guys. There's gonna be some more girls. It's gonna be some more. I wonder. Let me ask y'all this: is lesbianism as rampant in the church as we're finding out about homosexuality. How many lesbians is out there? I just want to know. I I want to get some girl to come forward that some of these female preachers. I just know I know it's more than just the fellas messing up. I know it is. I know it is. I want to find out about some of these girls because it's a little bit easier for the women to hide. They can put on their lashes and they can put on they wigs and they weave and some Christian Louboutin stilettos, and baby, they can be straight up men in that bedroom. I know it's some. I know I I know that it I know that it's some out there, and I want to find out who they are and let them be able to come and be able to tell us and let us know that their stories and their truth. Look, he's got the eyes up looking. Y'all, who else? Who else? Come on, let me see some more top hats and bow ties. Let me see some more top hats and bow ties. Y'all come on through. Y'all come on. Y'all come on through. Come on, come on. I need to get some ring lights. I need to get some ring lights. I need to do some other things. I need that all that good fancy stuff that Thais and Larry got. I need to get some more of that. I need some more stands and some more sticks and what have you. When y'all give, what we gonna do? We gonna spend it. We gonna spend it and reinvest it so that we can make it even bigger and even better. Y'all see, I got my banner up. Y'all see me in the backdrop. Y'all see me from my brunch and live taping. So we got to do more of that. All right, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? We have been on almost 3.5 hours on tonight. It is time to go down from this place. I am going to okay. I want to close out. If I can just get $50 more, I'll be good. If I can just get $50 more, and we can close out for tonight at a good round number. I don't want to close out on no odd number. Y'all know I'm superstitious, very superstitious. Um Oh, she said my husband is related to Jason Kidd. Get out. All right. All right. The Bay Area is in the house. The Bay Area is in the house. I told you. I told you. I said, I wonder was you related to Jason Kidd. And there we have it. And there we have it. Her husband is related to the great, now he's good basketball coach, was a star player, We sat, Jason and I, we sat in at Fremont. We took the SAT on the same day at Fremont High School. I'll never forget it. I'll never, I'll never forget it because even though we were high school students, he was a star back then. And they was like, oh wow, Jason Kidd is in the same room to be proctor for his exam as you. All right. Oh my gosh. I want to thank the Lord for Courtney. Courtney just closed us out and just did the last $50 that I wanted to do. Thank you so much for y'all. Thank you. Thank you. We had a wonderful, wonderful night. I want to thank Thais um, and the Thai Squad for coming through. I want to thank Larry for jumping on the line. And most of all, I want to thank Jerock Walker for coming on and thinking enough of me and to come on with me. I think they was trying to, I may have been some people in the back doors or trying to get in his ear and get him or convince him not to do it. But I thank God that he is a gentleman that stands firm to his convictions. I'm gonna tell you now, if nothing else, we can respect him. He stands firm to his convictions. Do I have anybody over here on Instagram that want to do anything? Did I have anybody on Diabolical Instagram? You know, they don't like nothing and nobody on Instagram. I just gotta just call it like I said. They don't like, and everyone that is here, if this was your first time, if you is a first time visitor, if you can click the like and the subscribe button. If you a first time visitor, y'all know I'm a church boy. If this is your first time over here at Sir Williams at McCray Memorial Institutional Church of God in Christ, Fire Baptized Church of God of the Americas, Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, and any and every other organization that I can think of and name. If you are first time, I need for you to follow me right now. I need y'all to really like and subscribe to my Facebook. And we still haven't untangled. I want y'all to, those of you that believe in God and believe in the word of prayer, that we're gonna get our Facebook pages back. I just believe the Lord. I just believe God. If he could heal my body 3 times from being at death's door and having doctors give up, I'm gonna tell you, it's a sad thing. I've had 3 times for the doctors to give me up and for them to say, well, we got to call his parents. We got to call his parents. They got to come in. But he said, not so. He said not so. And so I know that there's a reason and a purpose for me to be here. So I just believe the same way he healed and touched my body, I believe that he gonna work it out with with this electronic and get in the computer. He control all things. Come on here. Come on. All this is his world and everything in it. He is in control. And so I just believe I'm gonna get him back. But in the meantime, we got to push this YouTube. We got to push my Twitter, and we got to push my Instagram. We got to push that and my Patreon. Y'all, the people that are members of the Patreon get exclusive information. Now, don't go over there like how you Negro people do. Don't go over there and join Patreon and read everything that you want to read and see what you want to see. And then you after you done set on my Patreon, I'm gonna start calling y'all names out. I'm gonna start calling y'all names out because I get a list. I'm gonna start calling your names out and your picture. You came over there. You brought your little nappy headed tail over there to my Patreon. You joined my Patreon. You read everything that you wanted to read because it's good. It's good tea over there. And then you looked at all the pictures that you wanted to look at, and you viewed all the videos that you wanted to view. And then you turn around and you cancel your subscription. You are a liar and a thief and a robber, and the truth ain't in you. All right. And I'm gonna tell you that you gonna grow. It's holes is gonna fall into your bank account. You're gonna wonder why you can't hold on to no money. Coming over there, gonna rob me and steal from me. Go on and just be a member. It ain't nothing but $5 a month. Go on and just go on and do it. You can't even get a hamburger for $5. The boy was at the convocation last week. You can't even buy no cookie for $5. His cookies was $10. His cakes and pies was $20 and $30. They was buying them up. You can't get this good tea that you want. You want the information. You know you knows it. You knows it. Then you just might as well go and keep your membership over there so that you can be the first one to get the notification that it's some good hot tea out. We had all the text messages that Jerock was reading and the pictures that he was talking about. We had them up there posted on Patreon. So go on and be a member of the Patreon. I should have had them. Next time I have them, we're gonna have them on back behind the paywall. All right, y'all. Anyway, I thank each and every one of y'all. I'm gonna get on and get off of here. And again, thank God for Courtney. I appreciate her. She went on and made up the difference. I thank the Lord. Okay. All right. Well, Goddess Fatima, I think if all hearts and minds are clear, are there any announcements? Do we have any of our auxiliaries or any of our departments that are meeting this week? Do we have anybody with any announcements? Do we have anybody that has passed? Any funeral or any special announcements that we need to give before I give the benediction? If everybody would rest on their feet, come on here, rest on your feet. Rest on your feet. rest on your feet. Okay. The church clerk, Goddess Fatima is the church clerk. And if we have any announcements that need to be given, y'all need to make sure that y'all get them to the church office before we go live. Y'all need to get I'm cracking my own self up. If y'all have any good church announcements, if your auxiliary is meeting this week, if there's choir rehearsal, if there's anything okay, we got Vacation Bible School is coming up. With the teachers and all of my Sunday school teachers, if you getting ready for Vacation Bible School, we need all of the announcements. If you're meeting this week, we need you to see Goddess Fatima with your church announcement. We need to get all of the announcements in time. If anybody, don't get mad at us if you have had death in your family and we didn't bring you a pot of collard greens, it's because you did not tell us. So we need y'all to get all of the we need to get all of our announcements in. We need to get all of our announcements in got it. What does this say, Sir William? Maybe later this week you can. I listen. Okay, I got somebody saying maybe later this week I will start getting to the topics that I point out when I go live, the topics that I specify. So we have someone that is correcting. You don't correct the bishop now. I'm rebuking you. You out of order. You come to me in private with that. You don't be trying to rebuke. You don't rebuke. You don't rebuke the bishop before the people. But one of these days, and one of these shows, and not many days hence, Sir William is gonna get to the topics that we say that we gonna discuss. Cause this heifer that reminded me, I told y'all Instagram was diabolical. This heifer over here on Instagram have thought it a robbery to call me out and say I don't get to my time. She's a wench. This wench over here Fatima, we gonna block her. You gonna have to give your offering before you come to church. We ain't gonna let you wait and stay for service and give your offering. But all joking aside, I thank everybody. I appreciate everyone for coming in. Please subscribe to the page and like. It don't cost you anything to do that. And so until next time, and we never know. Y'all know I always have tricks up my sleeve. I shave the hair off my arm, out from underneath my arm, so up under my sleeve, I don't have no hair, but I do be having some tricks, and so you never know what's gonna come up or who gonna come up or who gonna come by to visit. Amen. All right, y'all. Anyway, thank y'all. And again, thanks to Larry, Thais, and the Thai squad. Thank you, Goddess Fatima. Thank you, to my other moderator, Trey, and everyone. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Peace. I'm out. Okay, let's figure out how to cut these things off. Okay, let's see here. And exit. That's the way out.